Oh, now I'm about to go through a fucking Star Wars video. We're going to go through headcanon again with this video.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I think we'll all recognize this fellow. He's quite the character. Oh boy,
He's quite the garden tool.
he is a fellow. Anyway, welcome to Smudcast number 274, folks. Rian Johnson did not ruin your childhood, and that's the title of this next video by the fellow. What is this guy's name anyway? iamthatroby, and we've seen him on. I think did we cover him on Smudcast? I know we covered him on Morning Nonsense. Okay, yeah.
I don't think I remember him.
All right. Well, he's the guy who famously quoted big dumb fanboys when they talk about Star Wars.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah,
Ooh,
this is
this
the guy.
great.
This is also the Captain Marvel guy.
Oh yeah.
Fuck me.
What, Legal Eagle?
No. This is the guy who said that like the Dunn just harassed Captain Marvel, so it was justified.
Yeah, I know
He was the
exactly who
first one
this
to
guy
say
is
it?
No, he said it before the deleted scenes were released.
Okay.
now. Mhm.
Anyway,
Oh, God.
the video we're covering right now is 3 years old. It has about 22,000 views, and he is a creator of about 81,000 subs. So this is odd because a lot of his videos get, I don't know, what's the word? Not ratioed, but they're sort of half and half at times. There's a lot of likes and dislikes equally. So this one has...
Just like Rian Johnson's movies.
Yeah. So this is 1.5 thousand ups and 540 down. So it's, whatever you want to take from this guy's video. It's very off the cuff. He's very personal, and I don't know why he bothers. He hasn't been making videos for a few months, like he goes here and there. They're vacuous at best. I don't know what to make of this guy. Is he doing it for fun? Is he doing it for kicks? I don't know. I really don't know.
He's doing to put those stupid dumb fanboys in their place.
I guess.
And make money.
I don't know. Hard to
Make some
say.
moolah out of it as well.
Right. Well, anyway, it's only a 10-minute video. It won't take too long. And you'll see from the first few minutes just what kind of content this guy can do. Definitely not our style. Definitely not our standard. I don't know what else to say about this guy. When we get a
More
standard...
of a high top guy, right?
No. When we get a standard of video to critique, it's usually like a smart guy. A guy who thinks he's smart, rather. And he's blinded by ideology, or he doesn't understand something, or he has his own hot take, and that's fine. This guy is just a hot take. That's all he is. He's one hot take with edits. So he edits his
brain. Okay.
Yeah. So it's that kind of experience. So if you guys don't like it, I totally understand. But again, you voted on it. We're doing it. It won't take too long. So
Yeah. Yay, May the 4th day. We got this.
you might get
Oh, yeah.
bored.
Happy Star Wars Day.
Oh yeah, it is May the 4th. There you go. Fantastic.
Well, that's why it's all Star Wars choices. Did you not see?
I do not understand the ways of the moderators. I don't listen to their private discussions. I just nod my head and go, okay, this is what
I don't listen to them in general.
like we're doing this.
Smut has been a puppet all along.
I don't know when this happened, but they're in charge of everything. I'm like, oh, I guess this is what we're doing. They make recommendations. I'm like, all right, that sounds good to me. So we have all these new channels. I don't even know which channels we have these days. They're all moved around and different names. I don't pay attention.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Check out the research area of Smud.
There's a research area. Really? I have no idea. I'm not paying attention.
Welcome to the Hawk Show.
It's just like, I'm sure there's a casual chat somewhere. I don't know. I think.
There is a casual chat. That's how you enter the Discord for the first time, unless someone invites you to a channel directly. So yeah. Anyway, let's get started, folks. I think
That doesn't work because that function is deactivated. You have to link people the actual server link.
really okay.
You cannot invite other people directly as a user.
Oh. Well,
All right.
that's fine.
Fair enough.
Oh fuck.
There goes my opportunity to get more people on the Discord. He's like, oops. All right, so let's get started. Everyone's in the Discord, or everyone's in the watch together, I can see, so we may as well get going.
Mm-hmm.
Volumes are good. Everyone sounds fine. Okay, let's do it.
This video was proudly brought to you by Skillshare.
Yes.
Yes. Wow.
This video was proudly brought to you
No,
by
it's not playing.
Skillshare.
What the fuck?
Okay, is it playing for everyone? Try it again.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Yeah?
It was
Oh,
playing for
it's just
me.
loading.
Yeah. Okay, we're at
The
4
heck?
seconds.
Oh.
If anyone's question. All right, so already we have some problems. First off, you're selling something right off the bat. Secondly, you're proud to sell something right off the bat, which is not the nicest look. And thirdly, you're not actually selling us anything. It's just Skillshare, the service, not Skillshare. There's a product on Skillshare, or there's a program on Skillshare. It's just
No. How these YouTubers do it nowadays is that like they like tell you in front of the video that like this was a promotional video for that, and then at the end of the video it also gives you a description of like what the product is. It's scammy a bit, but they want to get it out of the way.
oh god.
In the
It's
contract
like,
of like these companies that like you have to like do it like this way. Like
Really?
It's leeway.
Man, I don't know. If I sell out, I'll just have an entire video of just buy this, then buy this, then buy this.
Exactly. You would think that could
Yeah.
be how it should be done. But I don't
It's
know.
like it's like if watching a watching a TV show at the start. It goes, today's episode is proudly sponsored by Diet Coke.
Yeah, and you have Alfred drinking
Well,
a
then
Diet Coke
you also
the entire
you also
episode.
got ads before it too.
but also, yeah, but if you do Diet
Yes.
Coke, it means it's bad because, as we all know, Batman 1989 was bad because there's a Diet Coke.
You're gonna say that until the rest of the year, don't you?
Wasn't there like
Yeah, because it is such a
What's the dumbest
strange
thing?
argument.
wasn't there
That
Like-
was money. Didn't you understand, Hawk?
I'm trying to remember
Hulk
the
on
first
his
time
Tell it was his
bad.
parents.
I'm trying to remember in theaters the
His-
first time I went to go see Deadpool. I think I saw a trailer for Deadpool before Deadpool. It was like really weird. I was like,
Oh yes.
it was
Oh
something
man,
like
I
that.
could go watch that film.
I can't. Was it like Deadpool's Christmas
watched
or
that
something
film.
like
Oh,
that? And I was like, what the hell? I just paid to watch Deadpool, and now there's another one. Like, what? That's weird.
Well, it's
Anyway.
like I've been watching yours and Shani's coverage of Lower Decks, and there's adverts for Lower Decks on CBS
Yeah.
All Access.
that was.
It's like, why are you making an advert for your own thing?
Yeah, you pay for the service so they can give you ads of the thing you're actually watching. It's like, why? What does this
Yeah.
mean?
Oh, it's
Tune
amazing.
into
Like
Lower
I
Decks.
just
Well, yes, I am. I'm watching it right now.
I just bought like Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, and I get like ads for that game on YouTube. Like I already bought the fucking product. Like leave me alone.
Hey,
I want you
Mark,
to buy it again.
Buy
You know,
the game, buy all the
um,
DLCs.
Yeah.
You know what adverts I get sometimes with stuff? Red Dead Online stuff.
I
that's
don't
I'm like,
get.
I know. I'm like, I know. I played it.
I think
I've already got it.
I think I always confuse the ads because I'm getting so many different, sometimes from completely different countries that have nothing to do with me. Because first off, I use VPN very often. Then everything I have is
Oh,
set
yeah.
to English, but I'm coming also often from a European VPN, so they don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah, that can confuse them.
So
That's
half
awesome.
the time I just get ads for international travel cards and everything. I'm like, okay.
I remember I got an advert for summer holidays. I think it was 2 days after the UK government banned summer holidays.
Okay, that's
All right.
great.
I was like, oh, cool. Cheers, thanks for that. Yay!
One time I got an ad for a fucking mobile game that literally was Pokemon but called something different.
Pokemon.
Yeah, it was a fake
Pokemon.
Vietnamese game or or something like that. But it literally used Pokemon models to Pokemon combat system and everything.
Oh, I've seen those on
Oh yeah,
Facebook.
there's plenty of those.
Yeah. Ugh.
Download this killer app. It's
Weird.
coming out in 2 months. It's like, what? And they show a video of like some other game from like 3 years ago. It's like, that's Skyrim. Like, what are you doing?
Trust me, bro. It's gonna look like
Yeah.
that.
One sneaky trick
Yeah.
I've noticed with some mobile game adverts is that they stopped saying free to play and they said free to download. I'm like, hold on. Wait a minute.
Hold the phone.
All right, let's keep going here. Here's Mike
Let's
Testa.
just pass Skillshare.
Thank you, Michael.
Sorry, one
He's gonna pull the I not gonna hate you, isn't he? The I not gonna hate you? What is that?
I don't hate you if you hate the film, but basically that.
Yeah.
But you need to die. So.
Yeah, but also we also have to remember that Mike Tessa did call it yesterday.
Yes, he did.
He absolutely called it yesterday.
That was kind of scary. He's like he's not authoritarian. He's just a weirdo from Canada. It's like, oh wait, he is authoritarian.
Authoritarian, yeah. Oh my god, he's incredibly authoritarian. Oh my god.
Oh wait, he is Canadian. Oh,
Oh my god.
That's the real horror there.
Justin, is that you?
You know what? That's kind of ironic because there was this BC 10 that just is going through the house right now last week, and there's all this hoopla about it. I'm not going to talk about it, but it's effectively telling the media, like social media groups, that they have full control over whatever we publish. They can do whatever they like. They can censor it. They can edit it. They can revoke our access.
Sounds fun.
It's like, wow, you're giving them this power. That's fantastic. Thank you.
delicious.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Anyway, let's keep going.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, I know. Sounds perfectly fine. Here's Everjans. Thanks for the donation. Joke's on you, Smud. I didn't vote for this. I voted for Joe Exotic. Oh, thank you. I think that's better. I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be
Definitely
better.
is.
Could be worse. Anyway, Skillshare. Let's keep going.
Before we start today's video, I just want to go through some tweets I found on Twitter in regards to Rian Johnson. Now, keep in mind these tweets are all real. I did not make any of them up. Hate leads to the dark side, which will hopefully choke the shit out of Rian Johnson. That is probably a normal thing to say. Wow, very normal.
I love it.
Steaming pile of shit over The Last Jedi. Go ahead and unfollow me. In case you haven't noticed, I don't give a fuck. It's the worst movie ever made, and Rian Johnson can drop dead.
Ooh.
Now, would it surprise you if I said this was tweeted by Stormy Daniels? Well, it fucking shouldn't surprise you because it was tweeted by Stormy Daniels.
Whoa.
Did you enjoy
Whoa,
joining
okay.
Kathleen Kennedy?
Do we care?
Right? Stormy Daniels, okay.
Is that
Fuck is Stormy Daniels?
who is that? Is that
I don't even know who that
She's
is.
a porn
She's
she's a
the sister
porn
of
actress.
Daniel Craig.
Oh, okay, that's what.
that was
I mean,
the
I don't-
Trump
I don't
thing
watch
that
her,
happened a
but-
few years ago?
Yeah, but she's actually a porn actress.
Okay. I mean,
So what's the point?
I've seen a lot of her work. So.
He said.
Ah,
I
He
only
said
know
this is
good
a-
porn actresses.
Philosopher
hold
and
on.
his standards.
oh wait, she was the one that thought Trump's penis was like shaped like a mushroom or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
What? A mushroom?
Like Super Mario. She said it was like Super Mario or something like that. I was like, what?
No, just
She wants
stop
to get a one-up?
circumcising for no medical reason. Just stop it.
Yeah.
Just leads to weird things.
Oh boy,
Wow.
That baby.
Or you're Jewish.
that was a good tweet.
Mhm.
Okay.
Though. So what's his point though?
Stormy Daniels has taste? I don't know.
Because he's like,
you-
oh,
did-
this
did
is
you
not
want
part
to
of the
say
video,
tits?
but here's all these death threats.
Luke Skywalker.
No, wait,
and
here's
Carrie
his tweet
Fisher's
by a
dead
porn
body.
star.
Okay, so I think
Yeah,
that's
that's cool.
enough. Today I really want to talk about Rian Johnson, and more specifically the hate he has received because of the
Oh.
latest
Okay,
Star
stop.
Wars film.
Stop,
Last
stop,
Jedi.
stop, stop.
See,
Rian Johnson's work is a work of hate, of sadism,
Mhm.
and pure destruction. He enjoyed
Mhm.
breaking Mark Hamill. He enjoyed destroying everything that makes Star Wars. He enjoyed shitting over the project that is a trilogy. The original trilogy wasn't planned as a trilogy. This was planned as a trilogy. He shared over that. This man is driven by hate. And he wanted to make something that divides the audience into one half loving it and one half hating it. And then he couldn't take the fucking heat. So you
he didn't
do not complain that this man received what you wanted to get.
Yeah.
And now he plays victim, and you play victim White Knight for him.
There's that video too where
you are no man.
Where he wants everyone to have a divided reaction. That's always his goal, apparently.
Yeah, he said that around.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. This is why I keep finding it really weird when people go like, "Well, he never went out to destroy Star Wars." It's like, yes, he did.
That was the general interview he gave about movies that he was making. It wasn't specifically Last Jedi. It was just in general. He wants to make a movie where everyone's on the line, like they're half-half, which is. I don't know if that's a philosophy.
He's given out other interviews. He's given out other interviews in regards to Last Jedi about how it went exactly as he wanted it to go.
Well, whenever you make a thing, like you make a piece of media and you say, okay, it's this genre for this audience, you're already gearing your audience towards a certain scope, to a certain experience. So that's normal. But he's saying, with these Star Wars fans or people who are going to watch this movie, I'm going to divide them in half. Some are going to love it, some are going to hate it. Like, that was the goal, as opposed to saying, I'm going to make the best Star Wars movie I could think of. Not, I want to make the half best movie I can think of and burn the rest or something like that. It's like, what?
Yeah, thank you.
Kill it if you have to.
Said.
It's a strange thing.
I'm going to piss people off.
His way of just like they hate it, like it, and hate it. It was, I want people to possibly like it, but then I also want people to completely like burn and torch the franchise. I'm like, because the people who like The Last Jedi just barely like it, and the main reason even you keep talking about it is just because they think if they start hating it, they'll be classed as right wing.
That's a possibility
they enjoy it.
Of trying to be outside of the group. Meaning, I'm not one of the haters, but I don't really like it that much. But it's okay. I don't like these scenes. I don't like those scenes. But this scene's really good. Like, they'll talk about the high-speed RAM because it's so amazing.
Yeah.
They might mention a stupid theme or there was some bullshit, some regurgitated nonsense of what it means to fail.
Like, wherever you ask, I asked a friend of mine at the time when this movie came out, and all he could reference is headcanon stuff, and I asked back to when was this referenced in any other movies, and he said well, it doesn't really matter what kind of things they do in the movie. And I was like, what? None of this is connected. Am I watching the 8th episode of a franchise, and none of this shit should matter?
Yeah, that's
crazy.
Funny.
Was there ever? Did he ever give a reason as to why he thinks that's the right way to make a film?
Because he wants to.
I think he was just a young filmmaker at the time. I don't know if that was an interview after Brick or after his first film that he said that, because he's a bit young there. So I don't know if he's changed his mind, but it doesn't really matter. He's making movies still. He's still got the money. He's still got people attracted to his stuff. So for whatever it means, he probably doesn't remember or care. He's going to keep doing whatever he likes.
Yeah.
All right.
He does, but when people come out and say, "Oh well, he didn't deliberately ruin it," it's like, no, he has come out on numerous occasions to say, "No, this is exactly what I wanted," and it's like, he didn't want to carry.
Yeah.
He didn't like Star Wars.
See, that's a good mentality for a writer, because you want to write for yourself, but that's because you are a fan of the thing, or you're a passionate person of the thing you're writing about, like science fiction or whatever. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He honestly said that in interviews why he did it, and he deliberately sabotaged it, thinking he could do this elaborate whatever take on deconstructing Star Wars without actually knowing how to do that properly, and relying on special effects and John Williams and acting to push the movie forward because it looks so good and it sounds so good. as opposed to.
I'm right.
Yeah.
I'm right. I like the good deconstruction of Star Wars would be Knights of the Old Republic too. That's at least they've done it right.
That is that is the standard for me at least too.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
and then you have to consider the last film with The Force Awakens, and like there's just setups that never get paid off in The Last Jedi, which is weird.
It's
It feels like when you like look at Rise of Skywalker, it feels like the middle movie didn't happen because like the characters act the same as they were in Force Awakens. Like it's the continuation of Force Awakens.
Episode
I'm not even
8.
sure if Force Awakens matters that much for that.
It doesn't matter at all because like they still have like an army that can destroy.
Even the Rise of Skywalker doesn't really matter in the Rise of Skywalker, to be brutally honest.
Yeah.
Well, it's a feeling of tone deafness in episode 8, and then you have JJ go, "Oh God, what do I do? How do I fix this?" And I don't think he had the capacity to figure out how to fix things, how to patch things up, how to make a structure.
God, you know something? Colin Trevorrow dodged a real bullet, didn't he?
Well, Colin
He
Trevorrow.
absolutely dodged a real bullet by saying, "I'm not doing episode 9."
Oh yeah.
It wasn't him. He was removed from it. Like
But as in, like, at the end of the day, he's still like, I bet he's thinking, I'm really glad that I got fired.
yes.
I'm really glad. I mean, yeah, the Jurassic World movies are a whole other thing, but it's a bit like, at least you weren't part of Star Wars. It's okay. You're not Hitler, but you're like Mussolini. It's like, at least you're not the worst of the worst.
All right.
Okay.
It's just
That's a good
Italian
allegation.
version. Okay.
But yeah.
All
But
right.
yeah, to anyone ever trying to defend The Last Jedi as being like a true version of Star Wars, it's like, no. Rian Johnson.
Maybe you're just sexist, Hawk.
Yeah, but I am. Anyway. Just means nothing. Oh, you're sexist, you're racist. Yeah, and how does it change my view of what The Last Jedi is?
That's a good point.
All right. Let's go.
A bit of background about Johnson before we really get into this, but the filmmaker has made 4 feature films. Brick,
I don't
which was
care.
very good. The Brothers Bloom was good. Looper, very, 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 very
What was that?
good.
Looper? He sounded like he said blooper
Looper.
for a second, and I was like,
It is
what?
a blooper, actually. It's like a feature-length blooper.
Okay, have you guys actually seen the film? I have. It's okay. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
great. It's not horrible, but it's nothing special.
It is okay at best.
I just thought it was crap. I just thought it was just
It just never made sense. I just didn't get it.
If you
I was
start
trying to
thinking
figure out
about it,
the
like
time
your
travel.
mind is going to collapse on itself.
You mean like with TOJ?
But here's the question: he's only done 4 movies. Okay. So are you saying he wasn't skilled enough to do a big movie in a franchise?
He's
Well,
not
he
a
did do
Tarantino.
episodes of Breaking Bad. I mean,
Yeah, but he already got a script for that. He was just directing. He wasn't
Yeah,
I
writing.
know,
director.
but people use
Yeah.
that excuse. It's annoying.
Yeah. No, but what,
I mean,
what I'm
I'm
saying
kinda-
is he's only made 4 movies, and so okay, he's made
Yes.
Brick, Brothers. What I don't know. Got hunky Adrian Brody. Is that his name?
Brody.
I don't know. Yeah,
Adrian
all I
Brody.
remember him is. All I remember
Yeah,
is
that's his name.
after watching King Kong, my mum went, "He's nice, but his nose will like knock me out when he turns sideways."
I only know him from The Pianist.
And then like Looper, and it's like, okay, he made those 3 movies. None of them are great movies. Yeah, but then he made Star Wars, and I don't get what this point's going to go for, because he's either going to say he's not, what's the word?
Maybe he'll go with he wasn't skilled enough, so you guys should just be easy on him.
Yeah, that's it. He's not got enough talent. He's not
Don't bully
talented
this
enough. He's not talented enough. He's only made 3 movies. He's not got the
He's
skills.
just a little
needed.
bit retarded.
Yeah, it's like, wait, what? So your response is I should like The Last Jedi because Rian Johnson might be a spastic. Okay, cool, thanks. Still not going to happen.
Yeah.
I want to see where this argument goes. He made four movies before The Last Jedi. I really do want to see where this goes.
All right.
And The Last Jedi, which is good. For me, he is 4 from 4.
What?
Okay, he's 0 from 4 from me. Okay, I'm right, you're
So
wrong.
because
Anyway.
he's made 4 movies which he considers good, he's perfect. Okay.
I think he's made 0 good. I think he's made 0 good movies.
I don't know what these. If something is good, it gets a full score. Like what? Like how does that mathematically work, sir?
Yeah, but
like every movie,
but
10 out of 10.
But that's just his subjective opinion. It means nothing.
Well, no. It's odd because The Looper is very, 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 very good, and all these other movies are just good. Okay.
That's compensating for the others, so they all
but
get full score
here's the thing. I don't care.
average.
But I think Tommy Wiseau made the Room. I thought that was great. So Tommy Wiseau's 1 for 1. He should make a Star Wars movie. No, it doesn't work like that. You can't just say, "Oh, I thought it was good." No, this is not an argument.
I mean, how did this guy get hired?
It is odd because the movies he does make are kind of indie style films, but with bigger budgets.
Yeah, they're hipster shit.
Mm-hmm.
They're stuck up hipster wank fest.
The only reason I can come up with, and that is from interviews he had with Kennedy, or where he talked about Kennedy and vice versa, is the casting couch.
Yeah.
For like
it's considered complete rumor mill, but I get the vibe from the way these two Kennedy and Johnson talked about each other and joked with each other and how they interacted with each other. It looks to me like they had a thing going, and that is what led to him getting the job.
Well, let's not delve too much into speculation.
But that's just. I'm just telling you
who?
that's the vibe I'm getting. I'm not saying it is that way. Just.
But who's the top and who's the bottom?
Let's not even think about that.
Both of them were in the middle.
And keep remembering, this is Hollywood. It's not all about competence in Hollywood.
Well, regardless, you can't just say this film was good, this film was, so he's 4 for 4. No, I don't think Last Jedi is a good movie.
It's also a question of what types of movies is he making.
Not a big fan of Brick.
Would he actually be good for this type of movie?
Yeah, everyone says that Brick is amazing.
Genre,
When I watched it, I thought it was average. And the other one with Adrian Brody, I've never heard of it. So he's not 4 for 4 in my eyes.
I mean, imagine getting Tarantino for the middle movie of a Star Wars trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a different movie, definitely.
Yeah.
I would want to see that though. I would want to go, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Tarantino could do. I think Tarantino would be well suited to have done The Mandalorian.
But here's the thing. Always remember, due to The Last Jedi, the only thing that takes place after The Last Jedi is Rise of Skywalker. Everything else Star Wars related is going backwards in time. They have
how
no
do you
plan
want to
for
go
anything.
continue?
Yeah, exactly. Just think about
that is because
that.
these people have zero creative bones in them.
Yeah, but
Abrams is just pretending through his mystery boxes, but he's just copying shit and writing like a 6-year-old. And Rian Johnson, he's not even pretending to have mystery boxes. He just writes random shit like a 6-year-old.
But also, how would you even want to continue? You either go way into the future or you go back.
Yeah, I know.
There's enough material. You can tell stories in the past. I would be up for a Darth Nihilus movie.
But what I'm saying is
but for the future, there's stuff laid out for Luke.
For this supposed pinnacle of storytelling, we have to remember these people, Star Wars sequel trilogy, are the greatest movies I've ever graced human cinema. Right? Then there's nothing even close to it. maybe Captain Marvel, right? But these three movies are the
No.
greatest things ever, right? Let me just finish. Yet, it's completely dead around it. There is no interest in anything around these movies apart from some YouTube videos saying these movies are crap.
And allegedly, Star Wars now did make losses.
Yeah.
The whole thing overall, and that is an achievement.
I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now.
Like this, and
The Mandalorian
the Leviathan of a brand
will at some point.
possible.
Yeah, the Mandalorian will at some point retcon the sequel trilogy. I can see
Has
that
to.
happening.
Has to.
They could.
And I told
I don't watch
I said
Disney
it
Plus.
before. I said it before after TLJ. I said the Disney trilogy will be decanonized within a decade.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
after Rise of, people called me insane, as they always do.
After Rise of
After Rise of Skywalker, people started coming up with the same conclusion: this will be decanonized. It must be, and we seem to be moving in that direction.
But I don't think they'll make as much as they did initially, right?
No.
Oh,
They can't do it
Star Wars
anymore.
will
Like
do
the
forever
initial
to
hype is
recover.
dead.
Yeah.
It's funny
Yeah,
how they're
That's
building
sad,
up.
man.
They're building up the stories in other formats in simpler, smaller expenditures, as not to break the bank. So books, video games, short stories, whatever those things are anymore. And the High Republic is one example. So that it's like, oh, there's the fans can like the books again, and they're reading the books. And they're going, these aren't that good. They're
Yeah, but that's because the SJ, so the thing with SJW products is, if they cannot parasitize something, whatever they produce is dead on arrival.
Yeah.
And the things they parasitize will die.
Mhm.
That's not a rule of thumb. That is the rule. So the High Republic is a pure SJW product. It's dead on arrival. Nobody gives a shit about it. The sequel trilogy, or rather I'd be happy if people would just call it the Disney trilogy to get away from this idea that it's a sequel trilogy in the first place.
Yeah.
And technically, it's not even a trilogy, but that's beside the point.
Yes.
But this thing died. It only made some money initially because it could live off of the hopes and expectations of the fans of this not being shit. But when they catch on that this is actually shit, then they stop watching it. And fewer people go to the cinema, and no one will care for the paraphilia, for the merchandise. Nobody.
Yeah.
And nobody will care about the games made around this stuff that contains this stuff that contains these characters. That's
All
simply
because of last
so everything that is derivative of this will be dead on arrival. Because then it becomes clear that this is new stuff created by SJWs, not just parasitized. And this is how a brand dies, how a leviathan of a brand dies. That should be impossible to kill. And this is, by the way, this is how the ideology does it with everything. Be glad this is just Star Wars and not your country, although that will be next probably at some point. History repeats itself.
all right.
Because nobody learns.
Let's keep going.
But I'm not agreeing with this 4 out of 4 things. I think that's a stupid fucking idea, and
it should be a 5 out of 4.
Very, 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 very. Is that a British thing, or is that just a like this? I am Robbie guy thing.
What by saying?
Australian.
It's very, 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 very good. It's a sarcastic way of saying it's not that good.
Oh, what?
But he's obviously taken it as, it must mean it's very good. It's like, no.
Okay.
No.
Really
I've
good,
noticed repetition is one of his things when he communicates, so maybe that's just...
So he does it very, 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 very often?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
He's
Okay.
incredibly smart.
Reading tweets. Yeah, that's great. Okay, anyway.
Reading fucking base tweets. That's
From
That
a
was the
porn
best
star.
part so far.
You know what? We just need the Rian Johnson cut, okay?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my
The
god.
Johnson cut.
15 hours of an incredibly slow space chase.
Even slower.
Yeah, please.
It's
slower,
even
yeah.
slower.
Oh shit! Never mind. Fuck that.
Anyway.
You see, I had to delete 12 hours of the space chase because Disney thought it was a bit too boring. But my artistic vision, yeah.
Now, given to what he said about Admiral Holdo, I bet it would have been 12 hours of her dressing down. What is his name again? God damn it.
Poe.
Poe, yeah. Yeah, Poe. Sorry, I didn't hear you the first time. My internet is going haywire at the moment.
Oh right, that's fine.
Oh
Don't
damn,
worry.
that's
But imagine a white woman shouting down a minority and trying to put him in his place. That's white supremacy for you.
Okay.
a space movie.
Well, Poe's actor's Egyptian, so
Oh, he's Egyptian?
No, he's Puerto Rican.
I thought.
is he?
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought he was
Probably
Egyptian.
Mexican.
I'm
No.
looking that up.
He
All right.
he did play like an X-Men character.
Are you trying to tell me the person who played Poe Dameron isn't a Bolivian orphan from a Nigerian orphanage?
Guatemalan
he was not
American.
adapted by a mother who has quadruplets.
Yeah.
So apparently Guatemalan.
Guatemalan. Okay. Is that near
Jesus.
like Central America?
I can look that up too.
He's Guatemalan. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Guatemalan.
Yes, that's Central
Okay.
America.
Mm-hmm.
And he was raised in Florida.
Wow, I don't know what's worse.
All right.
We must escape Guatemala to Florida. Oh God, let's go back. Let's go back.
Let's go.
Now, I'm not the biggest fan of The Last Jedi. As I said earlier, I think it's good, but I can't call it a masterpiece or a total reinvention of the franchise. That said, I can't really call it a train wreck or the worst thing ever. I'm sort of in the middle. I think it's a perfectly acceptable Star Wars movie.
I'm getting tired of these people that are always on the fence with everything. It's like, I like it, but I don't really like it. It's like,
They're not,
what is your problem?
no, but they're not on the fence. No, but they're not on the fence. They don't like it. They do not like it, but the rest of their SJW fucking lefty retarded companions will bar them from Twitter, you see, and it's like, yeah, because you're
The
lying.
joke is, do you remember the Stanislav Lem story I told you about once, where everybody buys into the ideology, but nobody knows that everyone's just wearing robot costumes?
Yeah.
And
Everyone's
nobody
actually- yeah.
really believes in it, but everybody believes everyone else does.
Yeah, this is what it is. This is what the Last Jedi has taught me, is the fact that everyone hated this damn thing, but because supposed, quote quotation marks, right wingers said they didn't like it, all the fucking leftards had to like it to be different. They could not. Their political ideology would not allow them to even comprehend that they didn't like the same stuff.
Yeah. In that sense, they're the easiest people to manipulate.
Yeah. Well, it's
I mean,
why I like Twitter. It's why I like Twitter whenever they talk about Last Jedi. They always show those 4 separate screenshots, which are always the same fucking picture, and saying this is the greatest Star Wars movie, and it's like, no, it's not. You're just saying the bog
bots.
standard response.
They are the Russian bots. They are the actual Russian bots.
Yeah, because when you actually ask them what you enjoy about Last Jedi, they go, "Oh, I like the Holdo maneuver. Oh, and I like the last fight with Kylo Ren." I'm like, "Did you? What did you enjoy about it?" Well, I don't really. Well, you're just a racist for not liking it. I didn't even say I didn't like it. I'm just asking you what you liked about it. And this is how you know that it's just all bollocks.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot be on the fence. You cannot be on the fence for a movie It's impossible to be on the. You either like it or you don't like it.
Yeah, has there ever been a movie like that for anybody?
I mean, there's some films where I'm like, I just don't give a shit.
Yeah, I've never said to someone, well, I'm on the fence with Fast and Furious 4 or something like that. No, I've never said that. These words have never come out of my mouth.
I will say adaptations of books, like the movie adaptations, I'm sort of like, I like the attempt, like the original Dune adaptation, even though I know the film is not very good, but what they accomplished with it and the quality you got was still amazing. I was like, wow, that's a great thing to watch, but as a movie, it's not that good. And as an adaptation, it's horrible. So it's like, okay.
But here's the thing. What you say is, well, I like some bits of it. I don't like it. But you never say I'm on the fence.
Right.
I'm undecided. Oh, I don't know. You go like, no, you like it or you don't like it, or you say it's a guilty pleasure. No one ever says The Last Jedi is their guilty pleasure.
Well, when was this video released?
And I'd believe them more if they said
3 years
that.
ago.
Well, it's very reminiscent of what we just experienced yesterday with Mother's Basement. He's on the fence. He doesn't know what he likes, even though he's a passionate anime fan, and yet he doesn't like certain elements. It's like, dude, just make.
But it's like me and my girlfriend had a wonderful time watching it, but I'm on the fence. But you're not, though, are you? You enjoyed it.
Like, there's got to be a period of time where you actually, sit down and think about what you just experienced.
Yes.
If at the end of the day, when you put the pros and cons of a movie next to each other, and there are more cons than pros, it means you don't like the movie.
Yeah.
It's basic mathematics.
All right. Here's
I
Lelouch.
get to like a movie despite it being shit. It's called a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Here's Lelouch v. Britannia. Thank you, sir. If he wanted to subvert expectations, he should have taken some inspiration from KOTOR 2, namely on the Force wound concept. He could have taken any concept from Star Wars lore that was decanonized, because he obviously did take some books, which he showed in one of his tweets to talk about, which was it, Force projection or whatever that thing that Luke did. So he did steal. I mean, that's fine. Take whatever you like from the decanonized lore. But if it's decanonized, you can't make the argument because it's no longer relevant to the movie you're making, which is kind of funny. So, yeah, he could have taken KOTOR 2, which was a great example. I think the Force wound concept was a bit too advanced. I think the Force bond was taken from elsewhere because Force bonds were also in KOTOR 2. So, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he actually knew a little bit about that. And he's not telling us because... he really doesn't know Star Wars that well if he's screwing it up.
Oh, no. Mm-hmm.
It's most likely that he's just set together with, okay, what's in Star Wars? What can we use? And then he just used bastardized...
Y-Wings? What the hell are Y-Wings?
Yeah, but then he just took cherry-picked stuff and bastardized them to the way he liked it.
Oh, wasn't
that's
that
why
the
Y-Wings got out, because he wanted his dumb bombers. The dumbest space bombers that I've ever seen.
Wasn't that just right who said that nobody remembers what Y-Wings are?
Yeah. Also,
just right, yes.
Say bombers again.
Bombers. Yeah?
Yeah.
No, you said bombers.
Okay, that's a German pronunciation.
Bombers.
There's so many bombers, and I was like, I have a feeling that just for some reason I had like Tom Bombadil in my head. Just Star Wars.
No, to do it properly, you have to roll the R. Real Swiss. Bombers.
Bombers.
Exactly.
Wait, hang on. Who's doing the Sean Connery act?
That like how cool his staff was for the movie. And the other
Rian?
part is that like he's saying that like, well, we plan to like do some extra stuff here and there, but like we really thought Space Scout.
Oh, by the way, you've run out of money, and he went, oh crap.
Yeah, that whole set was the most opulent set that Mark Hamill ever saw.
No, you've got like 100 million. What are you on about here?
You already?
Yes.
It's like he's directing his first movie or something.
It's like he's only directed 3 movies before this.
All right.
Georgius Rex says Bombur was one of the dwarves.
And Luke, he's just Tom Bombadil.
What?
Bad mark, no.
It's her name was Goldberry. We actually talked about that 2 episodes ago.
About 2 Smudcasts.
Chat says stream is breaking up.
It's back now. If it was breaking up, it's okay now.
Oh.
Everything's green.
Okay, we should not invoke Tom Bombadil's name in vain.
Okay.
It seems to hurt the stream.
All right, let's keep going.
Stop mentioning it, Whisper.
Let's keep going. Stop talking.
Yeah.
With some of the best moments in the franchise. Specifically, this
So is the milk.
No. You cannot say some of the best moments in the franchise over that clip.
Oh God!
love how
this is
edited.
the symbol of destruction of everything.
Thanks to Maul, I associate that clip with him saying, "What the fuck?"
What fuck? You that edit. You cannot. There's.
Never mind. That's fine. It's just his opinion. Just keep going.
His opinions suck. Oh no!
Guys.
Also, can I just point out?
We have gone over this.
He's doing the NPC. He's doing the NPC fucking responses.
We have covered this so many times. This is perhaps the worst fight scene in the entire series of Star Wars films.
Yeah.
I have seen
Obi-Wan versus Vader in New Hope was better.
Spaceballs.
Yes, Spaceballs was better.
Yes,
Spaceballs is the real sequel to Star Wars.
I'm okay with
Changed
that.
Changed my mind.
Yes.
But again, it's but here's the thing. It's this scene. This is one of the 4 screenshots that people always show.
Yes.
And whenever you ask them what you enjoyed about this scene, it's like, oh, it was cool. It looked cool. It's like, did it? Did it actually look cool? And then you start talking about it, and they're like,
"It was so cool, the lightsabers." They were.
I love the part where raised arm was held in a stupid position.
Yeah, but then they kicked 3 people with a force kick. Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
I actually saw a video where they actually had a stunt coordinator react to this scene, and he was explaining why it was.
I've seen that too. That's a great video.
Yeah,
he was explaining all the problems with it. It was just amazing.
Well, this guy at the front has to double up his spins because Daisy Ridley's not ready
It's a force technique.
Can you imagine?
I do not believe this was choreographed in any way.
Can you imagine?
It was just try random stuff. Ad-lib the fight scene.
Yeah.
I think that's what this was.
My favorite part really is when one of the guard holds Rey's arm and she's screaming and everything. I'm like, the way he's holding it, that's not going to hurt whatsoever.
Yeah, I know.
She's going to pull it out. And she's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, but she's a Mary Sue. She's either indestructible or easily hurt. Just the way the plot needs her to be.
It's kind of funny.
To give the impression that she might not be a Mary Sue, but it just happens at home.
What's a Mary Sue?
Oh no.
Oh, God.
No, we're not getting into that now. No.
You can't say the M word here.
We'll do that once it comes up.
Well, I'm just thinking in
We'll
terms
come
of
up, we'll do it once
being
it comes
a person.
Mickey Mouse.
No.
Guys, hold on. Hold on. Come on. What were you gonna say? You've tried 4 times to say something.
Just imagine being one of these guys, and the simplest attack is a thrust, right? Doesn't matter what your weapon is, just a thrust. Here we have 4 guys doing pirouettes and jumping, and you're like, what exactly are you attempting to,
This is Power Rangers.
Who trained you?
Bad.
What do you?
This is bad Power Rangers.
What is happening?
Power Ranger does it better. What are you talking about?
All you gotta do.
I'm being serious. What I'm saying is, you watch this. The first guy has to do another spin because, as I said, Daisy Ridley's not ready for her cue. When you actually watch what these, because these gentlemen are professionally trained stunt.
Like it doesn't
stun
matter
people.
if
And I
you're.
bet they're
Yeah,
thinking,
and you're right. They
what
could
the
just do
fuck?
thrust because both Rey and Kylo are the enemy. Both.
Yeah.
They can just hammer through. And apparently their armors protect them from lightsaber weapons, so they should protect them from their stupid pseudo lightsabers as well. So they could just hammer
you remember-
around.
Do you remember
It
that guy
does.
attacked Kylo with just his hands?
Yeah, he's his
love it in-
gauntlets. He blocks
They're
the
lightsaber
lightsaber
hands.
with his gauntlets.
Yeah.
And then the next scene, he gets stabbed through the chest. You're like, wait a second. Are you trying to tell me
Yeah,
the
how does that
gauntlets
work?
are stronger than the chest plate? Like, why would you
Yeah.
do that?
That's how plot armor works. It just ceases to function when it needs to be stabbed through.
Yeah.
Like with the
Yeah,
Hound in
shit.
Game of Thrones.
No, he just
So,
had a bad
yeah, so
roll on
In
the
season
dice.
1, armor works as it's supposed to.
Like,
in
he
the last
rolled
a
one,
one.
it's just Hollywood.
Look at the guy on the left.
Potatoes.
Like, he is doing this underhanded thrust. Like, you don't need to do all this force. Just put forward. Just go forward once. Just one step. Boom.
Just
And
poke,
just-
just poke,
I love
just
it.
poke
Yeah,
from a
one poke.
distance.
The guy on the right's doing this pirouette. Like, I don't know what for. Like, what is he trying to attempt? And the foreground guy's dancing, as far as I'm concerned. He's like, I'm going to ask.
All of them look like they're dancing. I just love it in films when they have spears and they don't fucking thrust with them.
What I love about this so much is that like they have done several takes, but they finally had to stop because they got so tired and they ran out of budget, so they couldn't like record this thing. Because this scene also includes that the set needs to burn down, like part of it, like that big red thing that's behind them that burns down.
It's got to be
So-
nylon, yeah. Some type of nylon.
I love
But
the
it's
one
like-
clip from
No,
the.
it's-
I can't
Sorry,
believe,
I'm
I
gonna-
can't believe
If
people,
they can't get it
people
to
are actually
work.
saying, yeah,
Since they
this
couldn't
is a
get
great,
it to
this is a
work.
great scene. By the way, we had to get the best of the bad takes.
I mean, like in
Imagine
Indiana
saying
Jones
that
4,
as a
when he says
director.
when Indy says his I forgot which line it was. We're standing up on the thing and all of the
part-time?
outtakes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
part-time.
right. Yeah, and all of the takes that were not taken, all were better than the ones they did.
Yep.
Yeah, they used it for the
What's that
trailer.
for?
Part
Oh,
time.
God.
Part time.
Part-time.
Oh, yeah,
Part time. Part time.
Part time.
Yeah, and for this one,
Yeah,
for this scene here, if they couldn't get it to work, just use all the close-up footage and do some shaky cam bullshit instead.
I know.
The shaky cam bullshit
maybe-
for fight scenes is pathetic and horrible, but
Or
at least you
maybe,
can give
just
people
maybe-
the impression that it's not this.
Yeah, but or maybe, just maybe,
Just
lower
cut it.
down the choreography. Redo the choreography because you can make it a lot simpler. You can make
Well, also
choreography
maybe
simpler.
don't burn down the fucking background, so you can do
Yeah.
more than just like 3 takes.
Yeah,
But it's the director's vision. You're not respecting it.
I don't care.
Yeah, but if my director's blind, I'm not too interested in his vision. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah.
Maybe he was drunk when
But-
filming the scene. I don't know.
He was drunk on lemonade. That's the problem.
Soy milk lemonade.
Yeah, but no, this is not a good scene, and whatever he says is going to be utter bollocks. But you know, I know.
Can we watch Predator instead?
Can we watch anything else?
No,
Yes.
let's continue.
People vote.
People are stupid.
All right, let's go.
It's all about how it makes you
Yep.
feel.
I'm like shit.
And this one.
I mean, look at this.
What they grow beyond.
Oh,
That
No,
true burden of all.
Is that a good scene?
no, it's
According
just
to his
babble.
headcanon, yes.
It's just babble.
I just
Thank
never
you,
understood
60.
it.
It's also
Thank you.
another destruction of the Force.
65-year-old Luke finally knows the value of failure. great.
Yeah, that's strange, right? Since he started perfectly, able to do everything right on the first try, right? Yeah.
After like the first 3 movies were supposedly for that, but
So-
like, whatever.
Yeah, he
It's
never
just
he never
weird, I don't
failed. He
know.
never lost a hand or anything.
Yes.
You got to hand it to Luke. He never failed.
Where's
It's a scene where a space cow molester talks to a puppet. Of course, it's bad.
and Darth Vader likes his toast on the dark side.
God.
Why doesn't Obi-Wan show up?
That
Because
would
Alec
make
Guinness is
sense.
Dead, and Ewan McGregor has a bit of, respect until he was in Birds of Prey, and then he lost all of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Luke had a closer connection to any of these two. He knew them for almost the same amount of time.
Would have been great if
If
Mace
not
Windu
even
showed up.
Yoda for long. Okay, he might have known
Yeah.
Yoda for longer. For we don't know how long the
I
training went.
want you to be part of the Avengers, Luke.
Freaking
I'm assembling a
Mace
team. We're gonna call it the light side.
Luke, will you fight for the Elf realm in the Mortal Kombat?
Get out of here.
Oh boy.
Look, we need you to find the mother boxes.
Well, how about like Anakin shows up as a ghost? Because
That would've
he
been
can't
cool,
do
yeah.
that. Like, it was shown in Return of the Jedi, and
Oh,
was it?
yes.
Well,
Yeah.
No,
Which
it would've
version of Anakin, though?
Well, the new
it would
one.
have. It would have been perfect if Han Solo showed up as a Force ghost. Come on.
which version? The kid from Phantom Menace.
No, is it the kid? Is it Hayden Christensen, or is it old bloke who has now been removed from Star Wars?
Yeah. I can't
Oh,
believe
poor
that.
bloke.
Sebastian Shaw, is it? I think that was his name.
Yeah, I think that was.
Okay,
Yeah,
here's
well, there-
Mike Testa. The curtain burning was great. Oh wait, not the film. What?
Oh my god.
All
I
right.
just,
Here's Lelouch v Britannia again. This new Star Wars ice skating rink is looking bad.
mhm.
It's a very
They're just
polished
Good
floor.
point, yeah.
spinning all over the place. It's just, I look at it and I'm like, even the prequels would have gone like, guys, you're gonna get a headache. Just stop spinning as much.
I do remember watching a
Spinning
analysis
is a good.
of the fight scene by fight choreographers, and they said, "Where's all the force powers? If you're going to have a fight scene with Jedi or whomever, give us force powers." And
Yeah.
we never saw any, which is weird.
Yeah, that probably would have helped too.
Well, yeah,
That's
if you
nice
have-
because essentially they are like only two people who can use the Force in that universe at that time.
that's what makes them
And-
amazing. Yeah.
They don't use any of those abilities that could make them stand out.
I don't care how good a swordsmen are. If you're up against 5 guys with spears, you're dead. I don't
Yep.
care. So what they should have done is had 5 guys with spears, try to stab them all at once, because that's what guys with spears would do, and they use the force to stop that, and then they get around the spears or whatever. Then you build a fight scene around that initial idea.
Wow,
Yeah.
that would have been better.
Just force. Kylo is strong enough and knows enough to force hold several people. I can believe he can stop a
He
fucking
holds a blaster
shot.
bolt. Yeah.
Yeah, and by not even looking at it,
Mhm.
not even breaking a sweat, he just does this. That was something new. That was cool, and that was something I could say. Yeah, I can believe you can do that with the Force. I can believe that. Okay. That's neat.
Mhm.
And after that, I forgot I can do things.
Yeah, but after that, it literally turned to he can't even beat a girl from a desert.
Twice.
I have the amazing technique of stabbing the ground. It's amazing. You could defend your feet.
I mean, he pulled the ground very well.
Very, very good defense.
That ground stood no chance.
He
He
was
had the
dead.
high ground.
He stepped the
And
planet.
actually, to be honest with you, the only times Kylo Ren wins is against that computer board thing that he cuts up in a tantrum, and moonwalking into someone at the start of Rise of Skywalker.
Or when he's with Ray.
Oh, and also he stabs his dad sneakily.
Yeah.
That's like the only time he does anything. One's an inanimate object. Another one's a guy so stupid he got killed by a man moonwalking.
There was Finn. He kicked his ass, right?
Oh, Finn almost.
Yeah,
He scored a point.
Finn held his ground. Finn held his ground against Kylo Ren.
Yeah,
I
the guy who
remember
was
it. It's been a
trained
while.
as a Jedi from early childhood, and then got taught by Snoke in the ways of the dark side. Like,
yeah, but Snoke
and the
Snoke
random
is so
dude,
stupid. He
the
got
random
chopped in half
dude
by
almost
a
beats
lightsaber.
and then the girl comes up and really beats him without much of trouble. What
How
the
do we
hell?
know that like Luke
How is
wasn't
this a
sucking
villain?
on space cow milk even like when he was supposedly teaching these kids?
Yeah,
Because like, how else would you explain like his temper, or like?
Yeah, but he should have gotten his blue milk from Snoke.
I still
I
love
want the
the
backstory on this.
I still love the idea that the reason why Luke contemplated killing Kylo was because he kept drinking Luke's milk.
Yes.
He knows the secret.
It's my milk.
Now he must die.
Still some milk around his beard. It's like a Kylo.
Maybe it was the other way around. Maybe Kylo right. He's just like, what concoction is this made out of?
All right, here's Mike Testa. The background of the throne scene is nice effect, but it's a shame it's in this film. I like the effect of a curtain burning over time in a fight. It is okay, but it makes you call into question, what is this fabric made of and how much time is progressing for this piece of fabric? It's a big honking piece of fabric, a whole cloth.
Why is it there?
So
why is it there on the
but
fucking
here's the-
capital ship?
Yes, that's
but
what was my
also-
question. Why is it there?
Snoke turns up to a confrontation in his fucking dressing gown. I'm not going to ask why he's got a curtain on his bridge.
it's like, yeah,
The bloke's not even taking his slippers off. Come on.
doesn't
The
really
other
give a
thing is,
crap.
like, why is Snoke on
The
the ship?
fucking
Why is
slippers.
Snoke on the ship? Because, like, suppose he was
There
the
was a
leader of
pyjama.
all of this shit. Like, supposedly, like, head of this organization, and like he's on the
Imagine
shit.
putting your
He's on the head of the
mastermind
bridge,
super villain
yeah.
with hyper superpowers into a pyjama with slippers.
Yes.
Thanks, Ryan.
Maybe they should have got
It
Keanu
turned-
Reeves
it
to do
turned-
the choreograph.
A bloke with a ball sack for a head in a dressing gown has taken over the galaxy.
I'm pretty sure he didn't have that in Force Awakens.
Well,
Like,
he's supposed to be a clone made out of the Emperor or something.
Imagine there's all these Snokes running around.
A clone of the Emperor's left nutsack in a dressing gown.
You got, like-
Take over the
He's
whole
Luke's
galaxy.
missing
this weird
hands.
looking alien, but at the same time he's supposed to be the symbol of the supreme leader of white supremacy.
Okay.
It means
How?
It makes
Now it makes sense.
It makes no sense. Also, always remember that The Last Jedi takes place one day after Force Awakens.
Also, I have a question.
Oh,
And then takes
Why-
place within one day.
damn.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, and then takes
forgot.
place within
Wow,
one day.
that's really bad.
Why would you have a throne room on your fucking battleship?
Yes,
Too big.
yes, I know.
There was a great short story, fan written short story about building that bloody thing, and it was hilarious because crew got lost because the ship is too big as they tried to build it, and resources got cut off to certain sections, and the people turned into cannibals because they got lost and were running out of food, and then they had mutinies and quasi space pirates in several parts of the ship as it was slowly degenerating. as
Oh
that,
yeah, aren't there like
while it was
2.5
still in
million people on
construction,
that ship?
was a
Yeah,
wonderful
there's
story.
2.5 million people on that ship.
Yeah, because and I just kept saying, I think the ship is too big, sir. We're losing crew as
You
we're
know-
trying to build it.
You know how big that thing is? It's 60 kilometers. 60.
That's why, like, whenever like I see that fight scene when like Kylo and like 3 or 4 TIE fighters go with him, and I see like there's a hangar, like thousands of TIE fighters
Yeah.
hanging around.
That
in
thing is a
fucking
super
ship.
carrier.
And there's 2.5 million people on the ship, and you only have 4 pilots.
Yeah, and they even have modified TIE fighters with missiles instead of just lasers. Because TIE fighters are swarm ships. They're super cheap. They are not supposed to have any special equipment. They're just supposed to be engines with lasers and a pilot seat. They're flying coffins. No shields, no hyperspace, no missiles, just flying cannons. That's what they're supposed to be. That's why you have millions of them, because they're cheap to produce.
I know why they only have 4 pilots. All the rest of the ship, including the throne room, cost so much that I couldn't fucking afford pilot training.
Oh, that's why they only have
That
stormtroopers
makes sense.
standing around in the hangars.
Yeah.
None of them can fly.
I just want to think in terms of scale, because when I was playing Mass Effect, you have those Sovereign class ships, which are 2 kilometers tall. 2.
Yeah, they're 2 kilometers. Yeah, 2. Yeah,
This thing is a.
60.
It's a
This
small
thing is
city.
30 of them on top of each other.
It's a Toronto, essentially. It's gigantic. It's massive. It's a flying city.
Yeah.
It looks like a flying boomerang.
That's at
Yeah.
least decent chunk of traveling through Switzerland. That's how small our country is. My country is.
Yeah. I don't
Does it
remember
have
how
Yeah,
big
but- yeah,
the
but-
Star it was.
But here's the thing. These are supposed to be just the remnants of the Empire. They built a fucking city in space.
Yeah, after they finished building the planet-sized across the galaxy, shooting several planets at once. Star
They built
Destroyer
Starkiller Base, right? They built Starkiller Base. That got blown up. And a day later, they built the Supremacy.
Yeah, and
The Supremacy did not exist in Force Awakens.
Yeah,
So in one day, they built a 60-kilometer ship.
Yeah, and this is supposed to be a fraction of the Empire. It required the entire Empire to build the Death Star, to get those resources together.
Let's not forget
Yeah.
that's also at the same time while there's a massive fleet on the Exegol.
Yeah.
And that's a magical fleet. That's just summoned. That was just Palpatine for 30 years, every day using his daily ability to summon a Star Destroyer.
No, he invented replicator.
They could have
3D printed those things.
They could have made a story about Palpatine having gotten hold of an infinite engine.
Anyway, I think there's a video.
Yes, let's keep going, guys.
Yeah.
And this one.
See you around, kid.
What?
Oh, so yeah, the free NPC.
The point is, The Last Jedi is good. And if you don't
No,
like
it's
the
not.
film, that is totally fine. I honestly think what Rian Johnson did with The Last
But-
Jedi was truly astonishing. Johnson set out to tell a
But-
story of
Wait a second. How can something just be okay but be astonishing?
Yeah, I was just wondering.
So good.
It's called talking
Because you
lots
didn't
of
repeat
bullshit.
like 10 times before it.
It's fine if you don't like it.
Is it emotional advertising?
It's okay, but it's also astonishing. Like, what? No. Which one is it?
It's astonishingly okay.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Brave. Okay.
It is whelming.
So decent.
Not overwhelmed, just whelming.
It whelms
Yes,
me.
it is whelming.
I had a whelmed experience.
I mean, the movie doesn't make sense, but it's pretty smart for its time.
Well,
Oh,
The
God.
movie's pretty average,
let's
but
just
it is astonishingly average.
let's just please keep. This is so
Astonishing how
dumb.
stupid it is.
This
Can I
guy's
just point
brain
out,
is so.
He has done
For instance-
all the NPC scenes that he thinks is amazing.
Mother's Basement was confused, but he wasn't a moron. This guy's like, it's good and astounding. And it's like, no, dude.
It's like what was it? It's like that guy who saying like this is a masterpiece and then did everything in his power to prove it wasn't a masterpiece.
Oh, a flawed masterpiece.
It just
while still saying it's a masterpiece, and you're like, but it's not though, is it?
I've noticed so many video essays doing that, kind of saying like, "Oh, it was okay," but then almost thinking like, "Oh, this what I said wasn't impactful enough," so they go like, "It was amazing."
If they were more
Awesome.
specific with exact scenes, like he just tried to do, and explain why they're good, he just showed them on screen. This is amazing. It's like when Luke disappears. Why is that amazing? You didn't see that coming. You didn't see something was like everyone in the cinema was like, okay, something's up. Something's not making sense here, and it's like that's it. Then your brain goes, wait a second. You're trying to tell me Luke never did anything? He never put himself in harm's way?
But he couldn't do anything smud because his X-Wing was underwater. He couldn't fly it. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, no, I guess that's not an argument anymore. So,
And then he just dies.
All these useless red herrings for no reason that were thrown in the movie. Oh, maybe he can get off the planet with his X-Wing. It's like, nope, didn't want to.
But the thing is,
but he subverted your expectations.
But
you were expecting a good movie and it sucked.
Yeah, but Luke was right in everything he said and his beliefs. Oh, wait, hold on. He says on Rise of Skywalker, yeah, I was wrong. Oh, well, I guess that's... Oh no.
Oh, no.
He sacrificed himself to save the people.
Because he ran out of juice or something. I don't even know how he died. No one knows. It's so dumb.
He got. He's an old man. He needed a nap, and because he couldn't get his cocoa.
If only he had a bigger bottle of milk. If only.
Didn't Mark Hamill or someone say that he died of a force overdose?
I
something
don't even understand what the force is anymore. It's a drug. It's a force that binds us.
Force overdose.
It's telekinesis. It's everything. It's stuff.
It penetrates us. It penetrates us. Surrounds us. It's life, death, war, peace, victory.
Whoa!
romance.
It penetrates us.
Hope.
Is that consensual?
What was that video?
Where did the force touch you?
Yeah. the force is literally just a list.
The force is female.
Oh God!
No, but the force is just a list of words that people think sound philosophical now.
Well, compare that to KOTOR 2, where they actually said it was an entity of some kind, which was also an implication by Lucas. He wanted to continue the story of this living force, and for the idea of Kreia to say that it's this nefarious, it favors certain outcomes but doesn't like others, and that's why she hated it, and all these other things. She wanted to attack the force. What a great concept. A person who hated the thing that made them powerful, a poisonous-like entity in her life, which she relies on. What a great idea. And to play with that concept. Yeah. How would you go about damaging a force of nature? How would you damage gravity? How would you do that? Like, what does that mean? That's a fascinating concept. And it allows you to speculate, who is this person? What is her background like? Of course she's got some weird ideas, but where does she come from? How does she get these ideas? What tragedy did befall her?
Where did she come from? Where did she go? Where did she come from?
All this wonderful mystery surrounding the character. As opposed to Luke, well, I ran away because I tried to kill my nephew and I was so embarrassed.
Also, I'm pretty shit at killing myself because I've been here for nearly 20 years.
It's kind of sad too. Like, he doesn't give a shit about his sister. It's like, okay, I guess.
Doesn't care about anything.
Yeah, no, nothing.
Know,
he really doesn't care about
not even killing himself.
He gives her Hans dice, which were from his ex-girlfriend. That's a great kick in the balls.
He was embarrassed enough to run away to die, but not motivated enough to kill himself. I'm like, wait, what are you trying to do again?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Wait.
I came here to die. Now, excuse me while I do everything in my power not to die.
He's just too stupid to figure out how to die. He's just thinking about it every day. It's like, how do I die?
Isn't that nice that JJ just made the X-Wing scene totally meaningless?
Yes, it is great. I love it. And it just proves that
amazing
everything that Rian did was just bollocks.
Alrighty, here's Mike Testa. See, Snoke was supposed to be Frieza. That was Form 1.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know what? I would have accepted a Dragon Ball Z transformation if the fight scene made sense. I would have liked that.
Just suddenly Star Wars turns into Dragon Ball Z.
Imagine Rian Johnson directing Dragon Ball.
Not
Oh,
Zack
God,
Snyder
no.
directing Star Wars.
He'd literally make it so that nothing ever happened.
I would rather watch
that would be subverting expectations.
the third Matrix film than The Last Jedi. At least, as dumb as that is.
It's fun.
Yeah, no, 100% agree. That is a really bad movie, but yeah, I'd rather watch that.
At least the dumbness makes sense. I'm like, oh, that's stupid. There's like 1,000 Smiths attacking Neo. It's like, okay, it's a computer. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's
Not a 60-kilometer long fucking spaceship in a day.
Let's keep going here.
Hope, loss, the progression of power, and what it truly means to be a legend. And in my opinion, the filmmaker succeeded in all those areas.
What?
It is extremely rare that
movie
a
did you
director
watch?
is given
That
absolute
wasn't the
freedom
movie.
in regards to a blockbuster, especially a Star Wars film. A few examples of filmmakers being forced to abide by executive decisions resulted in movies such as The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Fantastic Four, Suicide Squad, Thor: The Dark World, and of course, Justice League.
I take it back.
Right.
Wait,
I want to die.
how's this a
All
point?
those films pushed for new and interesting ideas, only to be turned into corporate monstrosities. Films and
You don't think Star Wars was done dirty like that as well? Like, how much woke shit did they have to throw in there?
Star Wars is the most corporate entity I've ever heard of.
Yeah, I agree with that. It has been very corporate for a while now.
It's so ironic, like George Lucas wanted to get away from the corporate, that like they would meddle with his vision, and now it's
But
like
then
the
he
most
got a
corporate
paycheck.
thing ever.
He is the Citizen Kane.
I think I seem to recall this Christmas special that was forced upon George to make.
Yes.
As a result of the corporation.
Maybe it was a revenge because like that was the time when George like took like almost 50 or even 100% like of the production of the Star Wars, because like he bought the thing himself, so like no longer was it produced by someone else.
To say that Disney Star Wars is not corporate is just, I mean, toys, video games, books, novels, novelizations. I don't. It's a franchise.
They gave him creative control. Don't you understand?
Yeah, but even like Harry Potter's corporate. Like all these big franchises are selling paraphernalia. All this merchandise is not just for free. It costs money to make and market.
Why do they always jump to those defenses as if it makes any sense?
But the fact that he's actually bashing on Justice League is like, oh, really? You don't like Justice League? Interesting.
Oh,
Why does he like Justice League?
Well, he's saying all those examples of films are bad because they're corporate.
Corporate.
Yeah.
Even though to some extent most films are corporate.
Yeah. All films are corporate.
Well, I wouldn't say all of them, because there are some indie films and stuff like that.
Even indie films are still.
You still need an angel investor. You need someone to back something. You have to pay your crew something. So, but that doesn't mean a corporation did it. It just means an individual investor said, "Okay, I believe in your film."
But it's still within a corporate.
Yeah, they don't do it for the good of their health. They do it because they want to make money, and they think if they go to the Sundance Film Festival or wherever, they can say, "Oh, this is going to get bought by someone," and therefore the producer will make some cash, hopefully, or get bought out or licensed or whatever. No one actively just throws money at a film because
No.
They have a passion
No.
project. It's usually the guys, the indies who are scrounging around for money, looking for angel investors. And it's not just films; it's anything. It's any software company startup. It's any inventor.
Inventors and stuff. Yeah.
Any business adventure. Okay.
No longer films; they're just installments, setting up prequels and sequels.
Wait, hang on, hold on. Stop. So, they're just installments. Yes, like episode 8 is just an installment
Set
of
up
the
for
Star
the
Wars.
episode 9.
Yeah.
See, there's this problem with what's called continuity between 7 and 8 and 9. It feels...
This is like the same shitty argument as what Quentin did. Like, well, The Last Jedi is only a sequel if you think it is a sequel.
What?
Interpret it as a sequel.
Interpret it, yeah.
Well, yeah, sorry about I interpreted the thing that is planned as a sequel to be a sequel. I'm really sorry about that. I'm sorry that 99.9% of the world knew that episode 8 was a sequel, and the one person who didn't was called Rian Johnson.
I'm waiting for him to explain how he didn't ruin our childhood or something.
Right.
He's just saying I like the film.
Oh yeah, that's what the point of this video is. I completely forgot what the
He
point of this
hasn't even
video is.
mentioned that. He hasn't even talked about it yet.
I
Has he
know.
even
I'm
mentioned
just like,
the word
what is
childhood
the...
yet?
The only way, how could things ruin my childhood? Well, he's mentioned Stormy Daniels, and she was part of my not of my teenage life. But other than that, it's not much else. I was
Stormy
23.
Daniels,
I was 23 when Last Jedi came out. It didn't ruin my childhood.
Alrighty, let's do this.
That was where The Last Jedi really impressed me. This was a film that had no interest in what came before and zero remorse. This was a singular story. Now, of course, episode 9 is still
Singular story, okay.
Singular story.
So it's not a trilogy.
Oh boy. Oh man.
Oh man.
As opposed to what, a plural story? Like, what is he talking about?
No, just
The sequel to the last film. What are you
oh
talking about?
my god! The sequel of the movie has no interest in. Oh, this guy's a fucking idiot.
Oh
can't.
man.
Oh, it's a singular story. Then why the fuck is it episode 8? It's not
No,
meant
it's a
to
story
be
about
a singular
singularity.
story. You fucking idiot.
Pick it up from the events from the last movie.
Yeah, it picks up directly from the last scene of The Force Awakens. It is as direct a sequel as you could make it.
It's chapter 2 in the story, right?
Yeah, in the trilogy, right? It was meant to continue the story until the third part. That was the point of this movie. You dumb fuck.
Hey, it's headcanon, okay?
Is this? Oh yeah, this is gonna go. Oh my god, we're gonna go into the canon doesn't matter. Headcanon. This fucking stupid argument again, aren't we? Every time with this stupid franchise, I'm fucking
Oh.
Every time, every fucking time.
Well, it's
Come on,
not.
guys. I'm not the only one. I can't be the only one who's getting fed up of the headcanon fucking argument and the canon don't matter and this bullshit.
Everything I have to somehow justify with headcanon is badly written.
Yeah, but here's the thing: when this first came out and everything,
And it's
right,
all.
people were saying that the Last Jedi works perfectly as a continue. You can continue the story. It doesn't break canon. Doesn't do canon. And then Rise of Skywalker came out, and everyone realized actually, yeah, the whole thing's fucked up and canon doesn't matter. Makes no sense and it's crap. They're like, yeah, but canon don't matter.
It wasn't as good as The Last Jedi.
Yeah, but canon was really, really, really important when The Last Jedi came out, and everyone's saying like, "Oh, you're just angry." It does work in canon, all this sort of stuff. And now there's no canon because they know their argument was bullshit.
Yeah, because it breaks too much of it.
Yeah. So this is why they're. Do we need canon? Do we need canon? Fuck off.
It's not like a standalone story like Rogue One or something.
When you have to break all the previous lore just to have your stupid scenes, then you're just a bad writer.
Yeah.
You're not writing Star Wars, you're writing something else. And had they made TLJ on its own, it would be dead on arrival. It might be less bad than it is, but it would still be dead on arrival. That would not be a good sci-fi movie.
Yeah. I swear to God, if it goes into more fucking headcanon, I'm gonna stop. I picked the wrong day to stop taking medication.
Anyway, let's try and we'll just keep going.
But Johnson tell the story he wanted to tell, and fans
because he's a crappy asshole, an idiot. He's supposed to be writing part of a trilogy.
Now, I've seen many people
talk
about this video from the early 2000s where a young and pre-Star Wars Rian Johnson explains that he'd
with a horrible haircut
50% of people love and 50% of people hate than a movie that is 100% hated or
and you fulfilled his childhood dream.
Loved.
Having those two extremes to me is the mark of the type of movie that I want to make.
This video comes up often in regards to how Johnson is now blocking people who send him death threats and say he raped their childhood.
Because he can't take the heat. He's a bully who can't take a punch back.
The problem here is this. While Johnson did say he wanted to make a divisive film, which he did, I do not think he meant divisive in the sense that people send him death threats every single day.
No, that's exactly what he wanted.
That's exactly what he wanted.
That is exactly what he wanted. He's a fucking bully who can't take the heat.
God, imagine. God, I want to piss people off, but I don't expect them to get angry at me.
Yeah, he's the bully who sadistically tortures the other children and loves that.
Yeah.
And gets off on them hating him, but he doesn't want to be punched back.
Yeah.
He's a psychopath.
God, these people are fucking stupid. Seriously.
Rian Johnson said these exact things, but I don't think he meant what he said the way that he said them. What is wrong with you?
Well,
why are you? I don't like these corporate things. Here you are, fucking simping for a fucking corporate bloke who is literally just in a suit doing what the corporation.
He didn't do what the corporation wanted.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is he's now doing what the corporation.
He did maybe what Kennedy wanted in regards to destroying Luke Skywalker.
No, but what I'm saying is he's doing like the response for everything is what the corporation wants, isn't it? Just call everyone who hates it right wing and overblow the fucking back, and all that sort of stuff. But movie wise, if Disney realised what he was making was going to do this, there'd be no way that he'd be kept on the fucking project.
I just wonder how many death threats he's gotten.
He's probably got two. One from Stormy Daniels and one from her old account. Imagine getting a death threat from a porn star. That's how low.
And it's always death threats count when the socialists get them. They never count when the socialists make them. And socialists, they don't just mean it in hyperbolic or as a joke. When socialists make death threats, they mean them.
Yeah, when I think, what was it, last year, I made a comment about New Zealand being not a great place to go to. I got 433 death threats from New Zealanders.
Oh, really?
That's like a third of the population.
Come over here and we'll fucking show you how nasty we can be. I was like, whoa, okay, fine. There's a pandemic on and I can't get over there.
The entire
population come over to be killed.
Damn, we should all.
Yeah, seriously, these were. Yeah, I got a whole nation on me. So it doesn't matter. It's online. Death threats online. That's fine. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, like, was there an
A
assassination
bloke from
attempt?
Kansas, a bloke from Kansas calling me a stupid cunt and saying I'm going to fucking shoot you doesn't bother me because he's not going to do it.
All right.
The
Here's,
people who threaten you online, 99.99999% of the time won't do fuck all. They're just venting.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. It
here
means nothing.
is Mike Tastis. Snoke impales Finn as he screams Ray. Okay.
Oh, Smudge, I was just eating while you said that fucking.
Ray? I don't know. Long E sound?
Oh.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yes.
One of those.
Ray!
Oh, no. Please stop.
Oh,
Here's
yeah, man.
Punish Berserker. Hey, meme awaiting inspection and discussion, Commander. Oh, okay. Oh. More memes. I think Bears is just making memes every time we cast. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, let's keep going.
Make a movie that evokes
I need to see
genuine
these memes.
discussion. Recently, Kelly Marie Tran, the actress who plays Rose
God.
Tico in the film, deleted her Instagram because of
Oh,
racist
shut up.
and sexist insults.
It's
In
not
response
because
to this,
of
I saw an
that.
argument on Twitter where
Wait, what
some
did you
users
say?
said to blame
This has
Rian
been over
Johnson
discussed already.
and
It's
not
just-
Tran.
Poor Rian is
Which is
not
the
even
equivalent
relevant.
of saying, no, don't bully this kid, go bully this other kid. The problem is that we are not saying don't fucking bully anyone. We are blaming the victim and not the attacker. Something that is happening in all walks of
Dude,
life.
you social
Johnson
justice
seems
activists,
like a
you
very,
are
very
the
nice
you are the
guy
people who
who has
always
nothing
blame the
but
victim.
Oh,
for
he
the
seems
brand
like a
and fans
nice
of
guy.
so
Well,
remarkable.
I'll just let him do
The
whatever he
Star
wants
Wars
to
fan
then.
base has been infamous for pushing people away from not only the franchise, but from Hollywood. And I would absolutely hate for that to happen to Johnson. Thankfully,
I
Disney
wouldn't.
He's a
are forcing
destroyer
the
of
filmmaker's
franchises.
standalone Star Wars trilogy, an idea that was announced before the divisive response to The Last Jedi.
But look how happy
I
Mark
think the
Hamill
point
looks.
of this video
Yeah.
is this. Filmmakers
Mark
are
Hamill
people
looks
too.
pissed.
This
Are
whole
they?
Johnson's
Psychopath.
Touch me sideways, I never have guessed
Lucas
that.
during the prequel era. I distinctly remember reading an interview with the filmmaker where he was asked if he wanted to do another Star Wars movie. To which he responded, "Why would I want to make any more when everybody yells at you all the time and says what a terrible person you are?"
Oh well.
It gets
sorry.
a little ridiculous when the creator of the franchise can't even tell his story because the fan base is so against it. I imagine Johnson felt a hell
this
of
was
a
just
lot
like
worse
stupid.
when reading.
Look, the
So-
difference.
They
With,
weren't
the
that
difference is
good.
that the difference is simply that Lucas, when he was left on his own and nobody had the balls to speak up to him, is poor execution. The general
Yeah.
story he had laid out for Star Wars was good, but the execution was crap. Rian Johnson made crap. Just
Rian
crap.
Johnson did a
Plain
first
crap.
draft of a script, and that was it.
Not
But it
even
was a
that.
good
not
execution
even,
of the
Not
crap.
even fucking that. Not even fucking that. There was. This was. As I said before, the OT wasn't planned as a trilogy. The prequels were planned as a trilogy, but executed badly. The Disney trilogy was planned out as a trilogy, but
And
Rian
isn't even a
fucking
trilogy.
Johnson gets in the middle of it, throws the script out, shits on the table, laughs at everyone, and hops off like a giddy bunny on cocaine.
And then gets pissed when someone goes, "Whoa, bro, you just shut our table." "Oh, you right-wing bullies. What you? I'm allowed to shit there if you want it. I'm a nice guy."
This whole thing of the fans keep yelling at me reminds me of that one story I once read about a female army person that just started out, was complaining heavily about being yelled at by the drill sergeant.
Well, yeah.
We're like, well,
No.
you know, what do you expect if you put
Why
shitty
are you
stuff
in
out
the
there?
army?
But here's the thing. So here's the thing.
Yeah, if you put shitty out stuff out there, if you're not doing good
we're not allowed
stuff,
to tell. Yeah, but here's the
gonna
thing.
get yelled
We're
at.
not allowed to tell the creator they're making shit. Now, is it? We've just got to accept whatever Hollywood shits out to us now and be happy because at least they're making something.
Consume product.
God, consume product.
Oh,
What's this guy called again?
I feel a sudden
Robbie or something,
strange
is it?
magnetic pull towards Japan. I don't know where it's
Yeah.
coming from. I don't know why, but it's suddenly there.
Yeah. This guy's a fucking tool.
Why don't they just understand like why are the fans pissed? Why is it? Is it because it's bad stories? Is it bad character
Because they're
development?
toxic.
No, they know. They know
exactly
why. They know exactly why. But the
They just
thing
don't
is,
care.
this will be contrarian. They have to be opposite. They have to be opposite all the time. They're the kid who is always opposite. No matter what comes up, they cannot be part of the crowd.
Eat the
They have to
postmodern
be.
deconstruction, eat the propaganda, eat the agitation. If not, you are bad and you will be removed. You will be unpersoned. You will be shot eventually.
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
Consume what we give you, dare pay for it, or we will make your life hell.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Okay.
They're not about making good stuff. They're not about telling stories.
Here is the meme that Punished Berserker made. I don't know exactly what it means. Darth Cotton Yeho?
Cotton Eye Joe. Oh, Cotton Eye.
Am I pronouncing that incorrectly?
Hold on.
Cotton Eye Joe, yeah.
Darth Cotton Eye Joe. Oh, Bears, that's great. I love it.
Not too many people get that reference, but that's okay.
But well put into Star Wars naming conventions.
This is just. Also, we're nearly at the end of the. Well, we're over halfway, and he's still not mentioned how he's not ruined our childhood.
He just said, "Don't bully Ryan." Okay, got it.
Sure.
Please
Yeah,
don't
don't bully the sadistic
bully him.
psychopath. Yeah, right.
Yeah, don't bully him. He seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, he just destroyed Mark Hamill's soul, and
Yeah, he
took pleasure.
He completely destroyed the Star Wars franchise. But okay, we can't be mean to him, we can't say mean stuff.
Don't be mean to bullies. That's what you're
he's a
saying,
nice
because he
guy.
rejects to recognize Rian Johnson as being the bully in the first place.
Yeah, I think he even
Don't
called
be
Mark
mean to
Hamill a
bullies. That's his
motherfucker.
message.
That's what was weird.
Fuck him.
All right. Here's
He tried to laugh at it as a joke.
Here's Punished Berserker again. I'm going to shove Ryan in the same locker that I put Bill Gates, the WHO leaders, and Jeff Bezos.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Bill Gates having a divorce now, isn't he? That's ironic.
I don't care.
May the
Oh, it's big
divorce be
news.
with you.
It's just
It's always upsetting when two loving men divorce each other.
Wait, Bill Gates was gay?
I look at his wife, and you tell
Why
me
do
that's
you
not
think
a
he
blame.
gets a divorce right now?
You look at that picture of his wife, and you tell me that's not two men together.
Oh God.
Is it Abby from part 2?
Do they have children?
No. Do they have children?
Supposedly.
Probably somewhere. Depends which
Some
plantation.
little port people. Made in one of his African labs, probably.
Well, there's MS-DOS. That's one of his kids.
My child is DOS.
Let's see.
Okay. MS.
MS-DOS
Windows
was stolen.
95,
That's a
98.
Yeah, Windows 9. Damn it, you beat me to it. Windows 98.
Oh,
Well,
God.
does he?
But there's also Windows Vista, which he tries to not talk about. He's kind of an embarrassment.
No. And there's the retarded kid called Internet Explorer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got banned last year, so.
Oh yeah.
That's actually
Internet
a manga.
Explorer?
They turned them into cute little girls.
Yeah, I read that.
Of course they
Well,
Can be turned into cute little girls, except
Smudge, it was a manga. You didn't even have to add that they turned them into cute little girls. We could have
Yeah.
Yeah,
guessed.
you figured that.
So
Oh,
that's
okay.
what we-
All right. It's actually called Internet Explorer. That's the name of the manga.
Ah,
Oh boy.
uh,
Anyway, let's continue.
anything for anime girls.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
The replies and tweets aimed at him for the past 6 months than
no.
Lucas ever did. Partially because Johnson is just a fan. Ultimately,
He's not,
he's
though.
a fan that got a dream job. He got to
No,
meet
he's
the
not,
Star Wars.
though.
I would argue
He's not a
he
fan.
is a fan.
How is
he's
he a
just
fan?
he's just an idiot. He's a crazy, angry man.
No.
who-
No.
Say this.
He's a fan. No, he's a fan of Star Wars. Okay, why are you a fan of Star Wars? Oh, because I said I am. He's come out
We
now.
can
and said
make
he's not
so
actually
many
a fan.
arguments how he's the opposite
He said
of
he's
a fan
not.
of Star
He's
Wars.
not. Yeah, but
Make
he
an
said he's not a
argument
fan
how
of Star
he is a
Wars.
fan of
we
Star
have
Wars.
listened to fans of Star Wars that are crazy on YouTube, and we know they love Star Wars. They won't shut up about it. They dedicate their entire channels to it. They're completely biased towards it, and they love The Last Jedi. They love Episode 9, all this other crap, right? So there are people who like the same things as you do for different reasons, and their understanding of why is completely batshit nuts, crazy, retarded. Okay?
Wrong.
Yes. So Rian Johnson can delude himself, say, I'm a fan of Star Wars, and he may know lots of facts. He may know lots of lore.
But he doesn't. Because he's not actually. Because when they asked him again, he's like, "Oh, I've never even watched or read anything Star Wars."
Yeah, but it's equivalent of getting. I'm a really good driver. I got my dad's Porsche. Yeehaw! And then you just total it off to the side of the road because you think you're a great driver, and you think, "Oh, that's how you drive Porsches." It's like, no, you just destroyed a car.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, my point here is. The only reason people think he's a fan is because he said he was a fan. When someone's actually asked him what his favourite Star Wars thing is, his response was, "Oh, I've not actually seen Star Wars."
Really?
I don't think
Even
so.
before he made the movie?
Yeah, he's seen nothing to do with Star Wars. He had no idea about anything to do with Star Wars.
What the?
Literally, the only reason why people think he's a fan is because of one interview where he said, "Yeah, I'm a fan."
Yeah, that's just the standard lie of a
It's
guy
like that. But it's like that Force Skywalker video
and
we
he never
watched or
believed
something.
in it himself.
But that was good enough to be a fan. That's all Ryan said. So this idea that he's a fan of Star Wars is a lie. He has no interest in Star Wars. He doesn't like Star Wars.
You kind of see that a lot where they just say, "I'm a fan," and they just run with it. A lot of.
And I'm sorry if you haven't. I'm sorry if you have never been abused in your life. But look at his eyes. Look at his smile. This is not a happy smile. This is a sadistic, hungry smile for destroying something.
Yeah.
He enjoys destroying things and people.
Yeah, this is the pedophile smile.
He went out of his way to destroy something that he thought he didn't like. He just wanted to destroy because he could. He had the chance to destroy it. He was given full control. He could do whatever he wanted to do, and in his mind, he went, "I'm going to ruin this. I'm going to destroy this franchise." And there's no way to put it. The Last Jedi destroyed Star Wars.
Yeah, he's like the kid you give the teacher forces you to give your toy to because he didn't have it yet, and then all he does with it is destroy it, and gleefully giggle as he sees you cry.
Yeah. Oh, lol. Whoops. Oh no. But you know.
And then he doesn't even get reprimanded for it.
Yeah.
He made the Knives Out, right? I haven't seen that one yet.
Yes, and they're gonna make a sequel for it.
Yeah, there's no
potential to watch anything this guy made.
Netflix bought the thing, and
that is
they're gonna
rubbish.
produce
That is
it
rubbish.
for him.
Netflix.
If I accidentally see someone he made, so be it. But I will. If I know he made something, then I will just lose interest in it because I know he's just someone who makes pretentious shit.
Did you watch Knives Out?
Just get the Breaking Bad episodes he directed.
Yeah, I'm about to say Knives Out is even a really bad murder mystery.
It's not a mystery.
It's just really poor.
It's not?
It really is poor. It's not even a murder mystery. It's not even a mystery.
Oh, why were they selling it as one?
Just crap.
Just another subverted your expectations.
Yeah, it is.
Except it's really dumb. Like, okay, like just a quick rundown. Like, basically, there's they mix up the medicine, and the old guy gets killed, and then at the end of the movie, it turns out that like the medicine wasn't mixed in a way that like he would get like an overdose from it. But I'm not even gonna try. It's really dumb.
Okay.
Alrighty, let's go.
said, I actually understand the disappointment with The Last Jedi. I'm not some blind fanboy who will not listen to other people's opinions. That's silly. But I draw the line when you start calling a director a rapist or has said that he's ruined a property. Characters evolve.
You know, when you say someone's raped your
100%
childhood, we don't
confident.
actually mean he's literally raped you when you were a child, okay? That's not silly. That's a euphemism.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
This-
I mean,
this entire
he's just a
argument is
bit of
so
a
fucking
retard,
ridiculous.
but that's not. I'm not trying to say he is a retard.
It's called a metaphor.
He's
It's like when, say if Mark called someone a cunt, he just uses a metaphor. When I call someone a cunt, it's because I think they're a fucking cunt, right? So there's you have to take everything on.
pillock.
He's a fucking pillock. Calling him a rapist, he raped my childhood. What level of stupidity do you have to be at to think, I don't care?
It's like, look, I acknowledge your feelings, but you call him a mean name, then I can't acknowledge it anymore.
Yeah, I know you're angry, but can you not be like angry towards him? But what do you want me to do?
But then it's like, okay, look at the people that praise him. You know, they hold him up as a god or something.
Yeah,
Isn't that uncomfortable as well?
yeah. No, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's like,
I mean, if he has
No.
any stalkers, you know, it's like, hey, that's kind of bad too, huh?
yeah.
But this kind of like backlash stuff is like standard in Hollywood, especially for like AAA movies.
Yeah.
Like,
But here's the thing,
what is the surprise here?
he wanted backlash.
He even wanted,
but
that was his purpose.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but he said that thing like 10 years before he made Last Jedi. Right. So what? That he changed his views straight away.
Could
He's
you
still
imagine?
he's still making divisive movies. What are you on about?
Could you imagine if Ryan was a chef and like he gave you food poison? You're not supposed to be mad at all, really?
Yeah, I listen. The chef gave me food poison and my wife died. But he seems like a nice guy, so I can't.
Like food poisoning is kind of subjective, so.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
see, Ryan broke into my house and like beat the crap out of my family. But he's a nice guy, so I'm not going to call the police.
I mean, he laughs pretty good, right? He's got that weird laugh. I can't even imitate it. It's just too funny.
Yeah, oh my god.
Oh, it's like it stops and then he takes a break and then he starts again. It's the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
All right, we're past the halfway mark. We're doing good. We're doing well.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're good.
Let's keep going.
And they grow. The fact that Johnson had the balls to make Skywalker an angry and bitter old man instead of some
How
goddamn
does that
hero
take
The
balls?
is
balls.
something
That take
particularly
balls.
That takes
fascinating to me.
balls.
Okay, it takes
Really?
balls to pull it off well. Okay, anyone can write,
Yeah.
and Luke was angry for the remainder of his elderly years. You're like, that's fine. How? Why?
Luke was a
I love
grumpy.
it.
Luke was a grumpy
Instead
old
of a
man.
hero. Like, what the hell?
I just love that.
I also like
Luke
how you
was a
said.
grumpy old man. Okay.
I like
my
how you
God,
said
that's-
instead of a hero, so spiteful. Instead of a hero.
Why am I seeing Rich Evans on the Discord?
Because
Think
Rich
that's
Evans
smart.
is a
Yeah.
god amongst men.
Oh, that's funny. That's perfect.
I just. This is just. Rian Johnson doesn't have balls. How do I know he doesn't have balls? He's getting upset about death threats on the internet.
Ryan
Anyway,
took
the Rian Johnson trilogy is still going to happen, guys. Just wait
It's
for
not.
it.
It's not. It's not.
Of course
gonna
it's not. Just-
Ryan had
It's
balls
not gonna-
to kill Luke off.
happen. Yeah, I just.
Takes balls.
I hate this idea when people say like, "Oh, but this writer had the balls to do this." No, we just wrote something. Having balls isn't writing something like that. It's having balls is standing up to a guy 2 foot taller than you in a fucking bar room to protect a guy who's being bullied. That's having balls, not writing Luke was grumpy and lol, Star Wars shit, lol. That's not having balls. That's just being a cunt.
Yeah, you're just being an edgelord. Come on.
There are plenty of ways to write characters that are elderly or have a legend behind them, and how to have them pull off that hero concept without being over the top, overly dramatic, or this or that. But you can do that in Star Wars as well. There's nothing wrong with having melodrama in your characters. So that's the one of the elements of space operas anyway. So there's lots of ways to do it. And this way was just nothing. This was not even heroic. This was just, Luke is so lazy, he got himself killed by himself because he didn't know how the Force worked anymore. Even though he's supposed to be this amazing guy, but he's not.
Why do people think it's heroic? It's weird.
Yeah, there's nothing heroic about it, especially now that Rise of Skywalker shows he could have used his fucking X-wing to get there in person.
Did it really?
Well, how does Rey get to Exegol in Luke's X-wing?
Yeah, the point was in that last Jedi scene is that you can see the X-wing submerged. So like Luke deliberately set up himself to be stuck on that island forever. But yeah,
this is
then the Luke ghost helps him in Rise of Skywalker.
The behavior of Luke is very reminiscent of someone who's asking for help but never directly saying it. Like there's something wrong with Luke. He needs someone to help him out, to figure him out, what's wrong with him. Like he has all the things lying around. He's not killing himself off. He's still surviving. His X-wing's still working. Apparently his lightsaber was in his hut. He never pulled it out. So all the things he needs to do his job are there. Mm-hmm. But
you haven't seen Rise of Skywalker?
No, I just couldn't bother. I just knew people just told me the worst shit that was in it.
Okay, so Leia's lightsaber was inside Luke's hut, even though like he throws those shit away.
Okay.
But, he kept it there.
I mean, I will watch it one day.
It sounds
don't
like,
really have to at this point.
It just sounds like the behavior of a guy who wants help and he doesn't know how to ask for it, which is strange because he's this wise and patient guy who is so in tune with his emotions.
Yeah,
a wise and patient guy.
Well, yeah, if he's like,
which Luke are we talking about here?
He's a guy who could wait to die on an island for however long and hunt and fish.
That's not being patient. That's being useless.
And milk.
You can pole vault.
There's a difference.
500 meters, or the hell that was it? 200 meters. This gigantic pole.
Yeah,
to kill a fish. Like, what the hell is going on with this guy? He's powerful.
Acrobatics without the Force.
I just love that. I just love that he's being patient. It's not being patient. He's just being useless.
He's just being lazy.
He's the worst guy at committing suicide. I'm really sorry, but that's all I can.
He's very inefficient at committing suicide.
That's
suicide,
a good point. Yeah, he should have took a lightsaber and just sliced his own head off. Harakiri or whatever you call it.
He could have literally, or when Kylo Ren was destroying the fucking temple, actually done something more and died in combat if he felt that bad.
It's just poor.
5 years. 5 years he's been on that island. 5 years. What? There's no tablets he could have taken. There's also called a cliff. He could have jumped off the fucking cliff.
Just drowned.
He could have done anything. He literally could have done anything.
He could have set himself on fire.
He could literally have just taken a chair, sat in the middle of a field, and starved to death.
I came to this island to die.
Die.
You know what?
Now excuse me
It would have been nice
while I do everything other than dying.
If he goes the route of Obi-Wan,
X-wing to space,
where Obi-Wan, essentially commits suicide, and all he is a voice to Rey to what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if he teaches her like to fight or whatever, or something very subtle that she isn't aware of or whatever, the same concept with Luke in the episode 4, where he just has to focus and pay attention. And that's what she's not doing. She needs someone to like that. That would have been like, oh wow, yeah. He doesn't need to be a physical hero. He could just, the best thing he could do is help Ray, and the only way he can do that is to talk to her. And his life is over. He's accepted his bizarre heyday is gone or whatever the hell mentality he's.
I can't help you out because like I'm just too old and like my hands not working properly.
Well,
the
I like
mechanical stuff's not going.
I prefer it better than him just running out of force juice and disappearing. That's dumb. Like the way that Ben died. Like it looked like he was killing himself, because I don't think that's what happens when you get hit by a lightsaber. I think you melt. And he just disappeared. Like he just like boom, gone. You're like,
well,
what?
we've seen people like get sliced in two.
Yeah.
Weren't they implying that he
Darth
was
Maul
holding on because of the Force? Because I think Yoda disappears too.
Yeah, he just fades away, exactly. So if it was something like that, he wills himself to help Rey, and then process he goes into the great beyond, that would be like, oh, that makes some sense. Okay, he wants to help. He doesn't know how.
Yeah.
He's stranded, or he doesn't want to physically get there, or it's too late, or whatever the problem is. Who knows? And he goes, boom, I'm going to become more powerful than I could possibly imagine. Goes and talks to Rey, and now he's all like cool and chill, and like he knows exactly what to tell her, and boom, she can do whatever she needs to do, because she's of course Rey.
Well, yeah.
Anyway. Anyway, here's Mike Testa. Hawk is referencing Shafrulus, dumb X-Winf excuse.
What am I referencing?
I don't. Well, Mike, you're gonna have to remind.
Yeah, because I'm just. No, I'm not. I don't know.
You're gonna have to explain that one. Yeah, I'm a little lost myself.
Yeah, I'm referencing the shaft. I don't know.
Not sure what
all I know is Rise of Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker. Am I like Shaft?
It's Shafrulus, dumb X-Winf excuse. I don't know. Is X-Winf a cartoon?
I don't know.
I don't know. X-Wing. Is it X-Wing?
I don't know. X-Wing? The X-Wing excuse. The X-Wing excuse is perfectly fine. I don't know.
It's funny. They just show the X-Wing, but he never goes anywhere.
Right. It must be the X-Wing. Okay.
But they show. Yeah, they show the X-Wing. Yeah, it's true. They show the X-Wing.
Story about
and it's like,
guys.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, is that setting up him going to come back at the end? But then at the end, it's like it doesn't, and then people go like, yeah, because the X-Wing couldn't actually fly because it's been underwater for so long. And then literally in Rise of Skywalker, Rey uses that X-Wing.
Even in Empire, it was in water too. So.
Yeah, but not for like years.
You've been there for 5 years. It's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah,
minute.
Yeah, but I'm like that. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. That's okay. But the problem is, and I'm going to keep saying this, Rise of Skywalker now says that it could be used. So this whole last scene with him means nothing.
J.J. Abrams versus Rian.
Anyway, let's continue.
At least Abrams was somewhat of a fan. At least he knew some things. He's just incompetent.
Right.
Rian Johnson is just, he shits on everything and then plays victim.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Actually meant something and was more than just useless fan service. Regardless, I am the poster boy for disappointing movies. I was excited for The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Fantastic Four, Suicide Squad, and of course, Justice League.
But somehow you like this?
I get it. I understand being disappointed.
I don't think you do.
But that said, you do not see me sending death threats to Joss Whedon every fucking day.
No, because you're an idiot.
At the end of the day, it's
you're an
just
idiot.
a goddamn movie. And at the end of the day, these are just goddamn people.
Okay, wait a second. He's really leaning heavily into the whole Twitter mob mentality. It's like, dude, some people just don't like the movie and they have reasons.
Have you ever
okay?
looked at your own fucking side? What the people
Yeah,
on
this
your
is-
fucking side are doing every
Yeah, but
fucking
here's-
day. And they
yeah,
don't
but
just
here's
do
the
it on
thing.
Twitter. They do it in real
Yeah.
life. They call
Yeah, but here's the
employers
thing.
and harass them to put you on the
Yeah.
street.
Yeah, but here's
And
the
if
thing.
they don't do
Well,
that,
on Twitter,
then they
people are saying nasty
then they
things.
besiege the house you live in, and they set ambushes for you at night.
Yeah. But here's the thing.
Maybe
Oh,
you
people
didn't
say
have that
nasty
in the
things on
US
Twitter.
yet, but they're doing that here in Germany, and they always did it.
Yeah.
It could work the other way too. I mean, Ryan could just ignore them and not cry about it all the time.
No, he can't. He's a
yeah.
narcissist. He's impossible.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's like people say bad stuff on Twitter. Well done, congratulations. You passed rule 1 of the fucking internet. Don't say.
Buster,
mean
how
things on
did Ryan
Twitter.
Johnson not ruin my childhood?
I still don't know.
Because you're
Still
not
don't know.
supposed to bully him.
Yeah, don't. Well, he even though you might not like it, you can't complain.
So porn star in
alright.
tweets. He had balls, I guess, and don't bully. I forget. Or
For a man who's supposedly got these big fucking walk-off cojones, right? He sure can't handle a bit of abuse online, can he?
Maybe they're small. Maybe they're small ball.
For a man who's supposedly got balls, he sounds like a pussy. So
Hey, that's an insult to pussy.
yeah, but yeah, this is ridiculous. This is such a stupid argument. This content creator is
Why
like,
did he title
I'm sure
his
it's like,
video like that? Is this just clickbait shit again?
yeah. God, he's like 6 chromosomes short of us down.
Dude, this is like 10 minutes wasted, essentially. It's just...
Yeah.
But there's a difference between a fan and a fanatic. If you make a case for this shit, you are not a fan, you are a fanatic.
There's a difference between a death threat on the internet and a death threat through the fucking mail.
And again, and like, who sends that many death threats? Like, dude, most people don't have time for this. Like, come on.
Bears what he made.
Oh, what's happening?
All right.
Check Smudcast discussion.
Okay, here we go. Mike Testa, the hole, it's drenched, therefore it can't work. He's talking about the X-Wing being covered in water. I can sort of buy it if the cockpit was completely covered, but I don't think it was because it's a spaceship and it should be airtight anyway. And a few beaters of water isn't going to kill it, but I think they showed it in The Rise of Skywalker being filled with water and all the water seeping out. I could be wrong. I have to watch that scene, but I don't really care because it's a stupid movie. And we have another super chat from Punish Berserker. Meme awaiting inspection. Okay, let me see what we got here.
I'll just put it into our Discord thing.
All right.
Yeah, it's funny.
You honestly believe I'd spend 2 hours and 30 minutes taking a fat steaming shit on Luke Skywalker's legacy before having him die in the most cowardly way possible? If I were a fan of Star Wars, I think Robbie. Oh, Robbie. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, he looks like a twat on that pic. Looks like he looks like Logan Paul or whatever.
He does look
Yeah,
like Logan
he
Paul.
does. Yeah.
Smaller version.
But also, what was Mike Tester's thing again? Sorry, I was looking up that meme. What was his super chat about my point? Come on.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
There was water in it. Okay, yeah, but it shouldn't Rise of Skywalker that it can work. So that's my point. My point is this movie is Last Jedi was supposed to be fucking perfect, but everyone's done everything possible involved in Star Wars to move away from Last Jedi.
Yeah, it's just like if the ship doesn't work, why are we seeing it then?
Yeah.
It's just bad.
So,
just one of those red herrings again.
yeah, it was just to subvert expectations, which is what all that Last Jedi was fucking.
And it's not doing it well. You can't subvert expectations well. But these
Yeah.
people aren't doing that. They're just shitting on things. That's not subverting expectations. That's just shitting on things. Subverting an expectation is the little funny, annoying creature in the swamp turning out to be the great Jedi Master Yoda.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
subverting
like,
expectations.
Yeah.
Luke going into the cave and turning out to be beheading himself is subverting expectations. Darth Vader being his father is subverting expectations.
Luke not winning in Cloud City.
Yeah.
Jar Jar
He's
Binks
the
is
hero
a
and he gets
Sith
his hand
Lord.
cut off and thrown into an abyss,
Yeah.
or rather he jumps
Yeah.
on his own voluntarily.
Yeah.
That's subverting expectations properly, doing it right.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
This crap.
Let's go. Let's go.
Not
Almost
this
done.
crap here.
We got 3 minutes
Okay.
left. Which is probably going to be a Skillshare ad again.
Oh, please. Good Lord, please.
Buy Skillshare. Don't know what. Just buy it proudly. Okay.
Whether you like it or not, Rian Johnson did what he wanted to do. He made a fucking Star Wars movie.
Yes.
More importantly,
No, he
made
didn't.
his
He didn't.
Yeah,
Star
no,
Wars
no,
movie.
he made a fucking Star Wars movie.
No,
That is true.
I contest that. He did not make a Star Wars movie, and he did not make his
Wisp.
Star Wars
No,
movie.
Wisp.
He made a
No, Wisp.
movie
Wisp.
that used props
Wisp.
from Star Wars.
No, Wisp. He didn't make a Star Wars movie. He made a fucking Star Wars movie.
No.
He
No,
made
I'm not
completely
giving him
different
that.
Star Wars movie.
I am not giving him that. He made a movie that used props from Star Wars. And that has
Essentially a
naming
fan game.
conventions from Star Wars, but he did not make a Star Wars movie. He made a movie that works completely different. That has that where the Force doesn't work as the Force does, where hyperspace doesn't work as hyperspace does.
He made
Well,
Looper
people don't
Part
work
2.
as people do.
Here's
where's TIE fighters don't work as TIE fighters do. Nothing
Or
in
shields,
this fucking movie
or
is
bombers.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
You guys didn't like when Princess Leia almost died and then she used the Force?
No. I really liked it when Princess Leia almost died.
Wait,
It's the fact that she lived.
Yeah. I thought it was a good send off for okay, she's dead. Okay, here's how we kill her. And that looks like it. Okay.
The irony, the absolute irony that they killed off Han and Luke just to keep Leia around, and then Carrie Fisher was the only one who died.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
would have been ballsy was for Kylo to kill Rey. That would have been like he's just killing everyone in his life, and he's just like,
oh, that would have been great. Yeah.
It would have been great, and then there would have been room for Finn.
Yeah, let's let
Finn
the dark
turning the
side win
story
for once.
around.
revenge story, redemption, whatever. Just give me more reasons to have characters fill in the void. That was Rey
Yeah,
is
and-
freaking God.
Yeah, and Finn being the guy, that Rey, Mary Sue Rey would have been a red herring, and the real story would have been Finn all along. Is
That would have
Stormtrooper
subverted
enslaved
expectations,
as
wouldn't
a
it?
child. Enslaved as a child. You even get your standard black story there. Enslaved as a child, used as a soldier, and then leaving the fucking stormtroopers behind, turning out to become a Jedi. Is Stormtrooper becoming a Jedi? And he had character. He was fun to watch, and not because Rian Johnson wrote him into a comic relief, because Rian Johnson and all these this is social justice warriors. You should be pissed at Rian Johnson for doing this. You should be pissed at all of this, because instead of making the black guy, the stormtrooper, the child slave, into a Jedi, he made him into a janitor. A degrading position fit for a slave. And he didn't have the balls to do it because of China, of that racism. This is, you complain about racism, social justice, you complain about that. Here, they took the story of a black guy that could have been the hero, and everybody would have fine with it, except the Chinese. and you people, because you social justice idiots didn't want the black guy to be the hero. You wanted him to be the janitor and the joke.
But Wisp, he's not a woman. If he just transitioned into a woman, then that would have worked.
I tell you something now. This entire movie franchise, the Disney movie franchise of Star Wars, is just such a massive bomb site. It's ridiculous how bad it is. But how bad it is, and it's like
these fuckers, man. This thing should be unkillable. Something like Star Wars should be unkillable.
Was it?
And they killed the fucking Leviathan.
Rise of Skywalker, was it? Rogue One, and then Solo. And it's like, they've made 5 movies, and all 5 of them are just the worst things that have ever existed.
Oh yeah, did any of you guys see Solo? I didn't.
No, it's just, they're just so, all 5 movies, how can you have 5 flops? And there is 5 flops in a row. 5 flops in a row. And the thing is, Rogue One's alright. Okay, what's good about Rogue One? Well, that Vader scene. Oh, what a fucking shocker. Yeah, what else is also good about it?
There's lots to complain about. There's so much to complain about.
But what's else is good about Rogue One? And it's just
we got the blind Chinese man.
The crickets give me more fucking answers than the people. It's just the Vader scene. Yeah, they put that there so you would ignore the rest of the shit. Why is Solo worse than Rogue One? Because they couldn't put a Vader scene in it. Literally.
Shut up. That would have made the movie better.
They replaced Abeloth with a giant space squid that lived there for centuries and then was dumb enough to fall in a black hole after all.
That was Kathleen Kennedy's idea.
Really?
Isn't that amazing?
Oh god.
But yeah, they've made 5 movies
in this movie.
They made 5 movies, and the best people can say about it is that Vader scene was okay. Out of 5 movies, the best you can say about it is that one Vader scene in Rogue One is okay.
Yeah, and it is even a bit questionable. You have to twist your mind a little to make it work with the beginning of A New Hope. And that is still the best thing the movie has. And that is sad.
Yeah. Yeah. So, no, these movies aren't good. The people behind it aren't good. It's such a wreck. It's an embarrassment. It's embarrassing. And it's just embarrassing these people desperately just defending Disney as little consumers when when push comes to shove, they fucking hate it. But they don't want to be called. They're more frightened of being called right wing on Twitter than actually being honest with themselves.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point of this.
It's pathetic. It's
the whole point of the witch hunt. That's the whole point of the witch hunt culture. And stop. I would prefer
embarrassing, and to be honest with you,
stop calling it cancel culture because that's just newspeak to make it sound nicer than it is. It is censorship culture. It is a witch hunt culture.
Yeah. Well, like I say, it's pathetic, embarrassing, and it's just made me realise that 99% of people on the internet don't have their actual opinion. They're just reading from a script.
Oh,
they're not bright enough to actually think of their own opinion because they'll just get it. Well, I'm on the fence.
Oh, that's
like have some balls and fucking say what your opinion is, and say what your true opinion is. Doesn't matter what people think of it afterwards. Say what you truly actually believe, because you'll be surprised. More people will think highly of you if you just say what you believe.
Oh yes. There will be people. It will be lonely at first because you will be one of the few. But the moment it starts that people begin to have spines, your life will improve, and people will look up to you as an example, as a role model. And then, when you finally can speak the truth, all this terrible empire of fear that we have let to fester will crumble, just like the Soviet Union did. It takes one man to speak the truth, and all the shit will fall apart.
Yeah. But
so fucking do it. Start.
No, let's just pretend we like the throne room again, the 900th time, because it didn't work all the other times to persuade me that The Last Jedi is a good movie, but it might work this time.
All right, here's Mike Testa. He rises out of the Dagobah swamp.
Yoda does that.
Yoda does, yeah, you're right.
Fails.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
What's the point here?
Yeah, that's a long time ago. Galaxy, planet, far away.
Yeah, my point with the X-wing is the Rise of Skywalker shows that Luke could have turned up in person. He deliberately chose not to, as a coward.
Anyway, let's continue.
I'm sure I understand Mike.
This is
concept.
The original point of the video. This scene was that Rian made his own story. He wrote his own story and directed it. It's like, that's fine, but that doesn't mean anything.
But he wasn't meant to write his own story. He was meant to write the sequel to The Force Awakens to lead into the third movie.
Yes, and he ignored.
That's what he was hired
the
for.
draft that JJ gave.
Yeah, JJ did. So this argument means that he's a fucking idiot, and he deliberately destroyed this series.
Writing the script way before he got to see Force Awakens itself.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So that means
yes.
Yeah.
Has
he ever actually seen Force Awakens? Did Ryan actually seen Force Awakens?
Okay, sorry, hold on. Ryan did see Force Awakens before he did Last Jedi?
No, he started writing the script for the 8th episode before Force Awakens was finished.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah.
And bear in mind, when he started writing
there?
But here's remember that script he started writing wasn't changed at all. The first draft is what we see. The first draft of his script is what we see in the movie. So all that crap he did before he saw Force Awakens is still in the script.
What the heck is going on over there?
But the LJ was the first draft movie. Like they had like some fixes on the go, but like otherwise it was.
It is kind of interesting.
First draft is always shit.
When you look at the writing team or whatever the crew is, and there's like all these people, and they're all just like going, "Oh, this is fine. This is good. This is this can work." And you're like, "Oh, really?" No one had any problems or grievances, or like, "Hey, Ryan, maybe this is a little too far," or maybe
you got it 100% right. 100% right on the first draft.
Like they're not there to be editors.
You never get a story 100% right on the first draft.
Yeah, they're not there to be editors.
I know I'm paraphrasing it. A little, but who can tell me who said the first draft is always shit?
God.
Keith from accountancy? I don't know.
No. Ernest Hemingway.
Oh yeah, but he's an idiot. He's
There's a 6-hour documentary on him on TV.
Serving in World War II.
Yeah.
Come on.
What?
And what does Ernest Hemingway know about anything? He's like
exactly.
He's like, does he have a history degree? Did he play Metal Gear Solid? Because otherwise, I'm not gonna listen. I don't think he knows what he's on about.
There's actually rules on how to write your first draft, and one of the rules is there are no rules, which is kind of funny because there's other rules as well.
Yeah.
Like you don't worry about crap like themes and details and all this other stuff, but at the same time, it's good to plan it out.
First draft, you just get the basics of what your story.
It's an outline, yeah, exactly. And then you flesh it in.
Then you mold it from there, and it's like.
Right. It's.
But the idea that on a blockbuster movie that Rian Johnson is this super brainy person that got it right 100% on the first draft. is arrogant, idiotic, and fucking a lie.
It's retarded.
Retarded. There's no way.
No, not you. I'm saying it. Saying
Yeah, no. That's what I mean. Those 4 things. That's it. There's no way. So this is all silly. Also,
yeah.
Prosper, have you left and joined the Watch Together enough times? Because the chat's just filling up with users left, users joined.
I'm not sure his internet's available right now, but anyway, let's keep going, folks.
Oh, that sucks.
And I think to any aspiring filmmaker, to any fan of Star Wars, I think that's incredibly inspirational.
Why?
So instead of sending that insult,
If you want to see, if you want to see something inspirational, no, I don't. You're oh, sorry, misclick.
Whoa! Oh no!
You have to watch the whole video again.
Yeah. So I don't trust this idiot. One word. If you want to see something passionate and something inspiring, watch some of the fan films. Watch the Kenobi fan film. Watch the Darth Maul fan film. Watch the Vader fan film. They're wonderful.
No,
Don't
Disney
ever put The Last Jedi and inspirational in the same fucking sentence.
What is inspiring about this?
Luke is a bum. Rey is a god.
I'll be surprised, and I hope that Calimari Tran's acting career is not being tarnished by this horrible character she had to play in Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, because SJWs are fighting for her, right?
No, they don't. They don't give a shit.
They don't give a shit. They move on. They just
don't give a shit
join the
about
outrage
anyone.
and then move ahead for the next one. But she isn't in trouble. Like
SJWs don't give a shit about anyone. They give a shit about black people. They don't give a shit about women. They don't give a shit about the gays. They don't give a shit about trans. They don't give a shit about fucking anything. They give a shit about pedophiles, as far as I can see.
Yeah.
Here. By the way. Just on this topic. Just on this topic. You know what the posters here said for the 1st of May? The leftist posters.
May the 1 be communism.
No. Yeah. Well, that's what it's about. But they don't know the 35-hour week at full wage. I don't know what you call that. At full wage compensation. They want a 30-hour week now at full wage compensation, which means, and that sounds, wage compensation sounds probably nice. I don't know what, but even the German word Lohnausgleich sounds nice. It sounds like you get the same money. But what it really means is you only work 30 hours a week instead of 40, and you only get paid the 30 hours. So they want the workers to work 25% less and get paid 25% less. So that more people can be employed.
Yeah,
which means that more people can work but not pay their bills.
Which means demand goes up and the cost goes up of everything else. If you're less productive, there's less supply. And if there's less supply, prices go up.
No, it's the SJW's want for more people to be employed.
Which is
because they
communism.
think it's all about just being employed. It's not about actually be able to afford living.
Everyone in Cuba had a job digging holes with a spoon. 0 unemployment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Nazi Germany had 0 unemployment as well. But you know.
Anyway, let's.
Yeah, and I try to sell that as something good.
Let's get back to Star Wars and this guy's fellow's opinion about God knows what, because he's trying to make some argument that Rian Johnson is good because he has his own story, which is stupid. That's a dumb argument. It doesn't matter who has their own story. It matters if the writer's any good at doing a story or making a story.
Sending that death threat, or instead of
back to the
that
tweeter.
Just don't send anything. Trust me.
No.
You make
Stop using Twitter.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Before I head off, I'd like to
That's
give
it?
a huge shout out to this week's wonderful.
He has the weirdest laugh.
This is 8 minutes. We're done. He has 2 minutes of just thanking people and Skillshare.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
It's
Yeah.
more affordable.
I still don't know
So-
how I didn't rape my childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's,
So he
this
didn't
is-
ruin my
is-
childhood.
Holy
That's
crap.
guilty.
The title is merely a claim. He never goes into it. He never justifies it. Never explains it. He just tells us to not bully the bully.
remember the algorithm from
You
YouTube?
know how you get rid of a bully? You bully him until he stops.
There's the 10-minute rule for YouTube now. When you make a video, it has to be above 10 minutes, or else it's not considered viable for AdSense and being part of the
Yeah.
algorithm. He deliberately padded his video with Skillshare and thanks at the end for 3 minutes.
Because he still couldn't make a fucking argument.
And all he said was, Twitter is bad. Don't use Twitter to make fun of people, which is what Twitter is half the time is what you use it for anyway. It's like, look at
That was
this.
kind of like the argument, like even last time, that like, the guy should stop using Twitter.
Yeah, so from when's this video again?
3 years ago.
Jeez,
3 years ago.
what
Oh,
a
God.
terrible video. Honestly, sorry, but it's just I'm not sure what I was supposed to take away from that other than don't bully people. Like,
I don't care. I don't care what this fucking retard says. If I saw him, I'd bully him. I'm gonna
Yeah.
bully whoever I want to bully.
I mean,
I'll bully
I'm
him,
okay
I'll
with
get
the-
tired. I don't care.
Dude, I'm okay with
No,
the general
literally,
method
if I
of don't
saw-
bully people.
if I saw little
Johnson is a
Tim,
fucking bully.
yeah, but if I saw little Tim on the streets, I'd bully the shit out of him. I don't care. I'd bully fucking. If I saw an orphan on the street, I'd fucking like knock his ice cream out of his hands. What are you gonna do? Cry to your mum? I don't care. You gotta bully people. It's fine.
Well, it's one thing to have freedom of speech and say you can say what you like. Obviously, you shouldn't go around being mean, but if you have to express yourself, guess what? It's not all roses and happiness.
Yeah.
Criticism is negative things. You have to express that properly. So
Sunshine.
you got to do it in the best way you think is possible, and maybe that is I don't know what the best way for you, but constructive
just
criticism.
titled the video.
Take on top.
Well, there's lots
You
of
just titled the video.
yeah. Obviously, just don't say mean things on Twitter, folks. It's like okay.
Yeah, that should have been the title. That's it. Not Rian Johnson did not ruin your childhood or something.
Yeah.
And as we
What
now
is that?
know from Kennedy's writing Tea Party, it was all on purpose. Destroying Luke Skywalker was on purpose. It was a deliberate attempt to ruin the childhood of people.
Now, arguably, there is a way to
was
do
all
that.
deliberate.
There is a proper way to break down Luke and make him a curmudgeon. That's fine. You can do whatever you want. There's certain ways to do that. The same way there's certain ways to write a romance with Luke or an adventure with Luke or whatever. You have to know how to do that. And this is the problem that people don't grasp, is they think, oh, because it's new, it was unexpected, therefore it's good.
There could be something happening that is so horrible for Luke that he could actually lose hope. You could do that. That he despairs.
They filmed,
you could do that. But you need a very good reason.
Well, they filmed a scene where Luke looks distraught after he discovers that his friend died, and there's like 8 or 10 seconds of him of Hamill just acting out that scene where it's like, oh my God, I would have liked to have seen that on the screen.
Yeah,
where he sees his best friend die.
Oh yeah, they deleted it.
Yeah,
and they cut it out.
And if you want a story where Luke really goes into exile because he despairs over something, this is the hero. If you do that, that needs to be a full movie.
But think of that for a moment, because there was
that needs to be a character study.
There was a lot of film they made, and it was like 5 hours of film or whatever bullshit. So we had to cut stuff out. But think of cutting that scene out. Think of cutting out the drama of Luke learning his best friend died and him being sad. And
they had that scene, didn't they?
And this is a story about The Last Jedi. It's like, I want to see him go through his paces. I want to see him why he is the way he is. And you can't remove stuff like it's, if you're going to do a character study, do a damn character study. Don't just he's sad. Let's not do that. Oh, he's happy. Let's not do. The only time he's really emotional.
Look at the naming convention of the movie. The original trilogy ends with Return of the Jedi, and here he goes about The Last Jedi. This is, just by name of the movie, a destruction. It's not a deconstruction, it's a destruction.
All right, here's
it's in the title.
Friend Mataraki. Guys, TLJ was inspiring and inspired the careers of many folks on YouTube. Okay.
That is true.
But like, even like if you look through like those deleted scenes, most of them are just like slapstick comedy. Like it's
Bad
amazing.
Slapstick comedy.
What was it? Like there was a scene of Rose and Finn riding that dog horse thing, and they stumble upon in the bat, and they see like some naked aliens running away, or there was a stormtrooper like calling Finn like buddy or something, and they have like this extremely long scene, 2 minutes, and that like Finn doesn't want to blow his cover, or that Luke was like setting up like a serious event, even though like the frog nuns are just having like a party.
Oh right, there was that scene they cut out with it was kind of like a test for Rey, where she had to go.
That's the scene.
Yeah,
that's the scene.
She had to go into town or something. I was like, there's a whole town there. Where?
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
I would have liked to have seen that. That's kind of
that was a good. That was a good deleted. That was from the deleted scenes. That was a really good one because it was one of these Luke tricking her into to help her, to teach her, realizing her false beliefs. That she is just easily deceived by things. Like he said that the boat that is going to the town is full of pirates who are raiding the town. But and she just blindly believed it and then ran to the town trying to with her lightsaber out later on when she saw the next boat coming. Luke was already in the town that day, and it turned out that was just a boat that brought supplies because they had a festival that night. And Luke laughed at her.
Yeah, it's to show the character of like
kid,
Luke.
You're dumb. You believe bullshit. You're easily impressionable. You don't know what's going on around you.
Instead of the mirror scene that we got.
Well, the mirror scene, Canto Bite.
Cut out Canto Bite as it is. Like,
no have Finn and Rose do something else. I don't care. Do have them be part of the I don't know, the coup d'etat, whatever. I don't care. Have them do something else.
Imagine that. Rian Johnson created an insane character, Rose Tico. She is insane. And for the sole purpose of a side plot that goes nowhere. What the fuck?
Like Rose?
And this is a guy.
She's insane.
This is a guy who likes detective fiction or murder mysteries. I'm like, how can you ever consider yourself a murder mystery author or writer or director or whatever and not understand the importance of plot? It's baffling. It's like, how? It is almost impossible to consider.
Because he doesn't think like a human.
Okay. I would say
to write these things, you need empathy.
If you're trying to do a murder mystery plot, you have to really know your shit. You have to really know how plot works and how characters work and how motives work. Because when Agatha Christie comes up with an idea for a murder, it's not just, oh, I'm going to rehash what I did over there. She maybe did that twice. I can count on all of her plots, all of her books, and all of her plays. I was like, oh, that's very similar to this Miss Marple episode. Oh, okay. There's another ventriloquist. Like one of the murderers was also a ventriloquist, and Miss Marple was also a ventriloquist, but that's not part of a plot. That's just the part of her character, and she can use that ability to throw people off. It's like, that's cool. Okay, fine. So she used the same thing in a different light, which is cool. You have to be that sensitive to time and why you're giving your audience this garden path to walk up and see all these things. That's why stuff like seeing Luke for 10 seconds be sad or Rey be confused and going into town, like those were good scenes. Like, yeah, we want to know her character. We want to know how gullible she is. We want to know how emotional and goofy Luke still is, even though he's kind of curmudgeon-y. Like, we want to see that. It's about The Last Jedi. Yeah. It's not about Canto Bite and I don't know, Rose and Finn's escapades on a bunch of horse dogs.
Yeah, and capitalism bad.
I guess I
Oh,
don't.
by the way, some of those capitalist aliens, they looked a lot like Jews, like Jewish caricatures.
The German
SJWs didn't pick up on it here for some reason.
The
Wonder
evil
why?
Jews.
Maybe they don't actually care.
The ones who are raising dogs and having them race for everyone's amusement and making jobs
and have slaves
stimulating the
and have
economy.
slave children. Yeah, and in regard because they will bring up, but the OT and the prequels, they had slapstick moments. The OT especially had some things that had comedic moments, but there was situational comedy that wasn't plain flat slapstick.
It wasn't a yo mama joke.
It wasn't relying on gags. Let's start with that.
Yeah, it wasn't Finn in a wetsuit,
just a constant.
falling off, and then all the holes poking out and getting water everywhere and making people fall over.
Oh boy. Well,
like, what the hell?
In regards to the actual video title, we say that Rian Johnson did ruin our childhood because the story from our childhood was done, and now we were learned out there's more to it. And the more that we learn about it, we discover, our heroes kind of suck. They're kind of crappy. And that's not what we want. We didn't want it to end that way. And you can tell a story that way. You can tell a story where your heroes end up bad. We just want it to make sense. We want Luke to make sense. We want Rey to make sense. We want Finn to make sense. We want all these characters, as dumb as they are and as inferior and flawed as they are, we want them to make sense. With Kylo, I don't know where he was going. I had no clue what he was trying to do. Did he like Rey? Did he hate Rey? Did he want to kill her? Did he not? Like, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Are you trying
to... J.J. Abrams had a plan for him, and then I don't know what Rian did. He just went everywhere with it.
There was... The problem with with episode 8 was it didn't go anywhere. It didn't do anything. It never pushed a boundary. It was just like, here's Luke, and then he dies for dumb reasons. Here's Kylo, he's fine. Here's Rey, she's fine. No one dies except for Phasma, but that's a secondary character. Who cares? She was supposed to die.
The way she, the way she died is the typical disappear in the flames death, where you don't really, where she can just magically reappear at another movie.
She magically survived the
Had Rian
explosion of the planet.
gotten the third movie, he would have brought her back.
She came back for the dumbest.
You're supposed to care.
They got this actress for this big reason. She's a big female character. She's yada yada from Game of Thrones. You're like, okay, cool. What happens? Nothing. She just dies again.
Absolutely, she is pointless.
Yeah, this is
She's
sad.
She is a token.
Yeah, exactly.
And Finn was turned into a token.
I think they lost the track with Finn.
Oh.
It was just silly. It was silly listening to, and it's sad to
who piloted
think about.
the AT-AT? Was it that little droid,
Yeah,
BB-8 or something?
it was.
Yeah.
Wow.
He had more character than Phasma.
Yeah.
Or it.
But,
Hey.
like I keep saying, the whole Disney Star Wars saga is just an embarrassment of not knowing it.
So if
Have
we're
to
gonna
do
talk
anything at
about
all.
the video or the topic, it's the fact that J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson ruined the memories of our childhood because now they're replaced with this weird ending of what happened to those three characters we loved back in the day, and the way they died was just ridiculous. So
Even that, I also feel bad with the fact that the characters of Rey, Finn, Poe, and all them lot are now nothing more than just crap. Like, there could have been something, but now they're nothing.
I wanted to see the story of the stormtrooper who turns into a Jedi hero.
Not necessarily.
It's not even that.
Not necessarily.
It's not even just that. It's just the fact that they made these characters and then destroyed them.
Yeah.
Like just come straight up, destroy them, and you're like, well, that's it. That's them done. Rey will be nothing more than a Mary Sue. That's all she'll ever be remembered for.
Finn is just some guy.
Rose is nothing but a mean Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah. And
You
Finn's
know, like,
nothing-
I love
Finn's
it that
nothing
like
but a-
none of the main actors want to come back to this movie franchise.
Yeah.
Like they outright like told everyone that like, no, I'm not coming back. I don't care like about any like Disney Plus series. I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
And imagine 10 years ago, someone saying, I do not want to have a role in a big Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
George Lucas.
That aside, but dude,
Even Hayden Christian wants to come back, right?
Right now, yeah.
I mean,
but right now,
well,
but that's because
before all this
that's
craziness,
because
yeah.
it's but that's because it's in a TV series, not a movie. No one wants to come and make a Star Wars movie.
that'll take a long time. And I don't think the time to make a Star Wars movie will be right until
another Star Wars movie for another 10
this
years.
Disney trilogy will be decanonized by all the series that they're laying out.
I'm honestly, I'm feeling that the next proper Star Wars movie is going to be another 10 years.
At least,
so that it's long enough that people
They
might
plan to
forget.
be 1 or 2 years from now.
But I don't even think
first you need to write out this trilogy that
I mean,
it never
they still got-
happened.
Mhm.
And then they can then you wait you wait a couple of years more, and then you do a proper Star Wars movie. And if we're lucky,
yeah.
we don't live in tyranny at that time, so it won't be tarnished by social justice again, so it will not be another stillborn.
None of these matter because they don't care. They're just gonna
Oh
make
yeah,
it.
Inquisitor Matthews has just put highly unlikely it will be decanonized. No, I do honestly think it will be decanonized at some point.
Yeah.
I honestly believe. I believe we're even
yeah.
setting the way with it. Because here's the thing, Grogu or Baby Yoda going with Luke means that he must have been somewhere around the Jedi Temple.
Yeah, and
do you think they're going to
the whole Kennedy team? The whole Kennedy team
kill
was
off that
furious. They were furious about the Luke scene in Mandalorian at the end, because that wasn't supposed to happen. And
wait, who?
I again,
Kathleen Kennedy didn't like the Luke scene in the Mandalorian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they wanted to destroy Luke, and this scene redeems Luke, and it seems to change the timeline. And
yes.
On top of all of that, I said, and thank you, Hawk, for agreeing with me. I said it after The Last Jedi that this will be decanonized, and there are more people after Rise of Skywalker who came to the conclusion that it must be decanonized. And from what we heard from the rumor mill or leaks or whatever you want to call it, that seems to be something that the Filoni Favreau camp wants to do.
Yeah,
and I am all for it.
It's going to take a long
as their
time.
works may be, I am all for it, because we will not get good Star Wars without the stepping stone of Favreau and Filoni.
Yeah. I hope.
But here's the thing: I'm not saying that next year it'll all get decanonized. So what I'm saying is, it's going to take a long time, but we will see things decanonized. Because remember, they decanonized all of the EU. They decanonized all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in just a fell swoop but most people don't know the EU.
Yeah, but here's the thing though,
and that's why that was so easy.
And all
but
the
these
games,
the big movies,
and all
that's
all
a different
the stuff.
thing.
But it's not really.
Yeah, but but that's also why I said within the decade, a decade, that means within 10 years. That's a long time.
Yeah, 10 years is a long time.
All right, folks.
That takes a long time for something this big.
Okay.
And most people know the movies and nothing else. That's where it's at. That's where the canon is. Everything else is nice fluff.
Well, I think we've exhausted.
Even if you say it's canon, even if you say something else is also canon.
Now let's do this thing and go home.
I think we're good to go, folks. The video's done. We've exhausted whatever was part of this argument about something to do with Rian Johnson. I don't know.
It wasn't an argument, really.
So anyway, guys, the Jews in Japan. What does everyone think? No, I'm joking.
You mean the three Jews, the 5?
Yeah. Well. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in.
Two atomic bombs were dropped.
Have yourself a great evening.
And 6 million seems like a lot.
We'll talk to you real
Oh,
soon.
just
And
stop.
watch Gogo 13.
See ya.